The big game in group play at the World Baseball Classic in Houston tonight in an hour on Fox TV. Team USA hosts Mexico. Pirates pitcher Paul Skeens will start. And also Cuba and Puerto Rico tonight. The Dominican Republic 3-0 in the tournament. Beat Israel 10-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. a grand slam. South Korea eliminated Australia 7-2. Lots of NFL doings today because free agent negotiating window opened today. The Kansas City Chiefs will sign running back Kenneth Walker, ex of Seattle. The Seahawks re-sign wide receiver Rashid Shaheed. The Colts re-signed wide receiver Alec Pierce to a 4-year extension, but Indy traded wide receiver Michael Pittman to the Steelers. Pittsburgh gets defensive back Jamel Dean, ex of Tampa Bay. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will sign a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. Dolphins get quarterback Malik Willis. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Dank.
With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio, foxsportsradio.com, the iHeartRadio app, Sirius XM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live.
We'll do it live
on YouTube.
Do it live.
That's
I can
right.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Thank you, Bill. Appreciate it. Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
And we are indeed the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday. And let me make it clear to you in Odd Couple land, we will never abandon Magic City. Magic City Monday is here to stay. We will not wimp out like the NBA.
Hell no.
No way, no how. So Magic City ain't going nowhere. Here on the Odd Couple. All right. And you know what? You'll need our telephone number because without question, we are the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet. At least when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben. That's right. Write it down, commit it to memory, 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, it's 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
And if you hear feedback on the line, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here and have a problem with what we have to say to you, guess what? Tough, because
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station.
with all that said, always remember,
Sweetie beanie, yeah.
all right, let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin
Washington.
Yeah, man. Welcome back from the Bahamas. Great trip with the fam. Beautiful place.
just got off the plane.
Yeah. I'm out of breath. I look like OJ running through the
That's
airport.
what it feels like.
Running through the airport. Oh, blew my eardrums out.
Blood clot.
You know Rich leaves these headphones up. But yo, it feels good to be back. Crazy football day. News happening every 5 minutes. But feels good to be back. Miss you guys. A little bit.
Yes, good to have you back. You know, we got a lot of stuff
Professor.
to get there.
You got class?
Of course, today's Monday, baseball writing class. Bob Nightingale from USA Today was our guest today in class. He did a great job.
Shout out to Bob.
Bob is down in Houston for the WBC. Talked about that. A lot of other stuff going on. So, yes.
What
all
they
good.
doing shooting at Rihanna's house, by the way? What is wrong with people?
We got bigger fish to fry.
Like,
'cause
what
they
is
canceled the Magic City Monday, the NBA. So we got.
Hold on, don't be tying in. You mad? You want to shoot up the spotlight now? You mad at that?
All that? I'm just saying.
Now you mad at that?
I don't care about Rihanna.
You don't care about Rihanna?
No.
But Rihanna is one of those few people who can bring it back for you, Rob.
No.
If Rihanna said, "I've had enough. We need to be able to do this," they might consider it. She's
terrible.
that big.
That's terrible. Yeah. So. A lot to get to.
You knew that was going to happen, though.
No, I did not.
Because you're lucky we got football. Because you knew this was going to happen, Rob. Rob, you've been covering this. You've been covering this league since when?
I didn't, because I just said we'll get to it. We'll talk to it. All right. Let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew. We wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Rob G is our producer. Bud Mexican is. That's right. He's got
one day we'll remember why.
He's got a new podcast. What is it called, Rob G? The podcast.
The restricted area.
Restricted area.
I don't want to brag, Rob, but already the most viewed video in the network's history.
I never missed restricted.
All right,
Rob, it only
your
took
competition
8.
was 4 views.
That's
it
fine.
only took 8, but you doing it.
That's
it only
right.
took 8, but you doing
I
it,
got
Rob G.
more views in one video than their network got in the last 6 months combined.
Wait. Alex, is he allowed to talk about the network?
That's okay.
They're like, hold on, we paying your bills. I think. Or something, paying your gas money. I don't know. They're paying something.
All good. No, congratulations. And I did watch the podcast, so he
did
can't
you?
say I absolutely did.
Immediately said we didn't like about it. I love that. No, I needed that. That was good.
But Rob G, was I mean to you?
No, it was good. It was important. I'd rather hear honest feedback than, it was so good.
He couldn't get a week.
No.
He can't get one. Everybody knows the first is hard, right?
It was constructive criticism, and I said that the first one is hard.
Yeah.
All I'm saying to him is try to focus it a little bit. Didn't I say that, Rob G? I didn't say your takes were bad, always bad.
So he wanted you to pick the NBA Finals today.
No.
Are they winning or not, Rob G?
Yes or no?
Yes or no? The Lakers
Rob G,
winning
listen,
or
you
not?
got a great show. Just be more like me, and you'll make it big time.
Rob G, just how I would do. Rob G, I'm not saying how to do your show, but you know what I'd have did? I would have said the Raiders are going to the postseason right now.
Yep.
Like, right, you haven't even seen the free agent signings. They're going right now. That's what you told him.
And you might have a good NFL season like I just had.
You did, though.
Right?
You did.
You can't say any. People can criticize me all they want. They can't take that away from me.
Rob G, listen, maybe one day you'll just get nominated for a Hall of Fame.
There we go.
Yo, Roger, you about to get, you just know you about to get some unwanted criticism.
A month from Wednesday.
Under the quotes of constructive. Hey, Rob G, just happen to be listening. You know, I never miss it. And if you could just do this and do that and don't do this and do that and don't do more of that.
Nah, I would never do that to anybody. He has to do his own way, find his own way.
You know, I sit next to you, you do that to me. Hey, you know, I would have said was I would have did, and what I would do is.
I'm trying to get you there.
Why do you think they call the restricted zone, Rob?
I know.
Because you're supposed to stay out.
But that was Cyndi Lauper. Didn't she sing about that? Oh, that's the danger zone. Can't stop playing with the danger zone, right?
Oh, hold on now. Caution. Hey, now.
Was it?
It was.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
If you go, but
there's someone driving who's 50 plus who just crashed.
Yes.
Because they remember what that was about.
Yeah. But it was Cyndi Lauper. She had a ton of great hits. She was really good. All right. Alex is our engineer.
Alex, you're a hidden
girls just
talent.
want to have fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alex, you're a hidden talent. Can we hear that one more time?
Alex, you're a hidden talent.
All right. Steve DeSager's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated throughout the program. And Elijah
Never heard of him.
is our social media guru. So that means we are in full effect.
Oh, yeah.
This is our usual staff here on a Monday, a Magic City Monday. So we're very,
Put
very
more
happy.
magic in that Magic City. I don't like the way you did it. You're all sad now.
I'm very sad. I'm really hurt by this whole thing. All right, don't let employee turnover slow down your business. That's right. Express Employment Professionals finds the talent you need to keep productivity on track. From the warehouse to the front office, Express staffs, all jobs. Visit expresspros.com today. A lot to get to. And let's start here, Rob G, with free agency up and going. The Miami Dolphins decided that they wanted to go and get a new quarterback.
Yeah, they're the big movers and shakers of day one of the NFL free agency period. Not just for who they acquired, but who they let go to make it happen. The Miami Dolphins dumped Tua Tagovailoa with the post-June 1 designation, which means that they will eat an NFL record-setting $99 million dead cap over the next 2 seasons. In a corresponding move, they are adding a new quarterback, none other than former Packers backup Malik Willis, he is their new QB1, getting a 3-year, $67.5 million deal to be the starter in Miami. Tua out, Malik Willis in.
And I just have one response to them. What you talking about, Willis? What? 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 The Miami Dolphins. What are they doing? They don't know what they're doing. Really? You want to break down the stats? We talked about it last week. He threw like 26 passes downfield. Was that what it was? Like a number like
20,
that?
23,
all bubble screens
like that, yeah.
and dump offs. That's all he does. He's one of those guys who looks good for 1 or 2 or 3 games, and you're not asking him to do too much. You're paying him like you're really, where are the Dolphins going from here? Home, dinner, maybe a show? Come on, man. This is crazy. And then to take a $99 million cap hit? Is that what you're doing for Malik Willis? You're going to take that cap hit and then give Malik Willis $68 million?
What you talking about, Willis?
I mean, seriously. I don't get it. Somebody explain what the game plan is in Miami, because I don't get it. Really? They're going to the playoffs? How? You're worse. I don't care how bad Tua is. You're worse with Malik Willis. Mm-hmm. You are. You can't justify it in any. You're better off getting a rookie quarterback, making no money and playing that way. I'm dead serious. He's a placeholder? What? You're not winning anything. This is no disrespect to him. He is what he is. He's been around forever. Mm-hmm. He looks good for a couple of games, Kelvin. Yeah. He does. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I like the pickup if the issue is they are spending $99 million dead cap hit. And here's the difference. The precedence was set with Russell Wilson, what the Broncos did. The only difference is the Broncos looked at themselves as, we are a very good team. And if you're Sean Payton, to his credit, they said, we have what we need. Everything around us is set up to compete. I know ownership, my bad. We're going to take a big hit, $70 million, whatever it was for Russell Wilson. But trust me, we're going to be good. We're going to be, they believe, great. And they were a handful of plays away, even with Stidham, from being to the Super Bowl. So that's to me the challenge. Right. And that's the challenge where now teams can say, well, legal, in the legal world, when the precedence is set, you say, hey, you can point to that. And so to me, that's what the Dolphins are saying. Ooh, look, we can do that. And I don't think they can because they're not built like that. You've lost players. You obviously, Tyreek Hill's gone. Now Tua's gone. And what I think they wanted to do, Rob, was get rid of the stench of that previous regime. McDaniels, Tua, Hill, some other players as well. And
but that's I get that.
But you can't, to me, start by now taking $99 million cap hit and also giving a reasonable amount of money for a good quarterback, but not what you need to do. If Pittsburgh did this, we got some pieces around. We're right there. We just made the postseason. We believe he can be that guy to help us get there. Okay, I can have this argument, this conversation with you. Dolphins are going to be starting from pretty much ground zero. And now you're already taking a massive cap hit to start to build up. You've already lost some players throughout this free agency process who've signed elsewhere. You got rid of guys because you chose to. So to me, and if I'm also Malik Willis, I was telling Rob G this, is that simply the best offer? Is he just want to go like Florida and maybe no income, state income taxes? Because didn't he want to go somewhere else? Where to me, you're going to be in a better situation because you're leaving a stability.
Nobody else was paying. They paid the bad team tax.
Yeah,
he ain't crazy.
I'm just saying you're going from stability, but that's my point. Are you going to get exposed where you had stability with the Packers, right? You know the organization. They're well-run, whether they win a bunch of Super Bowls or not lately, but they're well-run. They have good pieces around there. They know what they're doing, and that allowed you to look good. He looked good. Now you're going where they're going to be looking at you like you are it. We spend a lot of money on you, especially if you include the dead cap hit. We need you to be good, if not great, and I don't think he's that guy right now. So to me, he put a lot of pressure on himself. You get what I mean? If you go to a team that, let's say he was going to compete with C.J. Stroud or something. Well, you got some pieces around you there. You got an amazing defense, and all you got to do is go do what you were doing in Green Bay. You might be on to something. You're going to have to be the guy and with the Dolphins, and maybe obviously believes in himself. But I was blown away that they were willing to spend that much money. But I think that just shows how they believe that regime and how inept it was and how much they need to move on from McDaniels, Tua, Hill, and anybody associated with that.
But I think it also tells you how desperate people are for quarterbacks. Like, we talk about it all the time. Why are you waiting around? Why are you waiting around for Aaron Rodgers? Why'd you bring back this guy? Why are you doing that? Because there aren't guys out there. So a guy who was a backup quarterback all of a sudden is getting way more because there's so few quarterbacks out there. It's mind-boggling. Look how many guys are out of work, right? They just dropped.
You got some other guys who still getting checks. Case Keenum still getting checks in the NFL. Rob G.
But there's
Is
not.
Chase Daniel still getting money?
There's just not. It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, the first thing I thought of when I heard about Malik Willis's contract. That's right.
Oh, you hit me with the remix version.
That was a remix. We need that one more time.
What you talking about? What you talking about?
When I was in college, no lie, we used to wait for him to say that.
And then you can go about your day.
And then we go about your day. That's all we.
Yeah, you knew you were gonna get one episode,
right?
You knew you were gonna get one.
Oh yeah, it was how they could work it into the script, and you were like, "Is this it?
Is this it?
All right.
Yeah. He was like 30, and you thought he was 11. He was 32.
All right, 877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Did the Dolphins botch this thing today by dumping Tua and signing Malik Willis? We'll continue that conversation next with you, 877-99 on Fox. It is Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, The Odd Couple, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you better stick and stay.
Because...
What you talking about? What you talking about?
In the US of A.
But certainly in place, deal Raiders, Crosby to the Ravens. Back to you.
All right, Steve, thank you. Martin, your first take on this? Because I love it if I'm a Ravens fan. Are you kidding me?
My first take, I haven't completely digested the Ravens part of it. My first take is I don't think a single move the Raiders have done since Tom Brady and John Spytek took over have made sense. Like, in a vacuum, trading Maxx Crosby today, I understand the logic. You build up for next season, so on and so forth.
And you're going to get 2 first-round picks, right, this year or next year.
We watch teams every year go from worst to first. You're drafting a quarterback with the first overall pick. We assume at this moment in time, if you're doing that, your clock starts immediately. I don't know how it makes you better tomorrow to trade Maxx Crosby. Like, unless the guy you get in 26 for that first round pick is a stud.
But unless there's another part of it, he doesn't want to be there. And you know, like Pat Riley once said when he was coaching the Knicks, and I'll never forget it. Either you're in or you're out. And once somebody's out, Martin, you got to move on from him. Even though he's a great player.
That's why I was asking, but that's why I said the Raiders things. I'm with you.
You know what I mean?
But like, this is a guy that has the Raiders logo tattooed on him. Like, Raider for life.
I got it. But once he asked out and he was really mad at the organization, you remember when they wanted to shut him down at the end of the year and didn't want him to play, and he went away from the facility. All I'm saying, if I'm a Ravens fan, though, I'm ecstatic. Like, to get a player of that caliber, you're serious about it. This is ridiculous. That team was way too good, Martin, to have not been able to get to a Super Bowl. Like, by this point, you got a quarterback who's a 2-time, could have been easily a 3-time MVP. All these other things.
Instead of doing that, just say 3-time All-Pro.
Am I right?
That's the better way to phrase it.
It is. A 3-time.
Because everybody else got the numbers add up.
Right. 3-time All-Pro. Like to be the best quarterback in football 3 times in his career, to be that young, and then some of the other things. There's always something going wrong here, but Crosby is a right. That ain't a wrong. You know, like, there's always something. When they lost the game to the Steelers, field goal kicker missed a field goal. And then you remember when they lost to Buffalo, they had a 2-point conversion dropped.
Well, and that's the thing.
You know, like a lot of bad things have happened.
If you add a guy like Maxx Crosby, to me and Rob G were talking about this before the show. Like a great pass rusher is equivalent to a great closer in baseball. But the tricky thing about a closer, if you never are leading going into the ninth inning, you could have the best one in the world. It doesn't matter, right? And so that's why I think that on its face, of course, you tell me you're adding a top 5 pass rusher to a team with Super Bowl aspirations. I say, yes, 2 thumbs up.
Hey,
that's a good idea.
Rob G, from the Raiders perspective, Rob G, of course, is our resident Raiders fan. So just, you knew it was coming. You knew it was going to be painful. But now, are you mad at it? Are you happy because you got the first-round picks? And do you follow him to the Ravens as a fan? Like, I'm not saying you
trying to call me the Bo Benson of Fox Sports Radio? Don't you put that out there, Rob. No, Martin is so right he can't turn left right now. The Tom Brady era of Raiders football has been basura. It has been trash.
Basura.
He has been horrible. He has no idea what he's doing as the lead decision maker. You guys touched on it. Tom Brady, this is not opinion, this is factual. Look it up. Had a personal decision. It was his decision. They ran it by him. He handpicked Pete Carroll, fired after year 1.
And we knew that was a bad hire from jump.
Chip Kelly, not only bringing him up from college, making him the highest paid coordinator in football, didn't even make it through the season. Geno Smith, dumped after 1 season. They paid him $58 million, the equivalent in 1 year for Geno Smith.
And that's after, part of it too, they vetoed Sam Darnold.
Exactly. And now you trade away your only good player, a guy who, to Martin's point, wanted to be a Raider. So much so, he got it tattooed on his body, so much so that when they tried to shut him down to get the number 1 overall pick, he said, no, I don't do that. I play football. I'm here to win games. Put me out there. And they said no. And now you're going to have, on the heels of last season, drafting a running back in the top 10 when we have no offensive line to speak of. They're all in now on a quarterback in Fernando Mendoza, who most people who cover the league and are scouts and GMs and executives all agree that if this was 2 or 3 years ago, he's like the 5th quarterback taken.
Right.
But Tom Brady sees this guy who's 6'5", kind of like me, kind of an underdog just like me, really unathletic just like me, but he's really smart just like me. He's going to be just like me. No, it doesn't work like that, bro. You had Bill Belichick calling defense for 20 years with a top 5 defense every year going to the Super Bowl. You had Bill Belichick stealing the signs from all these teams so you can get to the Super Bowl year after year. And now Tom Brady's going to fly in between calling games for Fox and playing flag football with the Paul brothers, and he's expecting us to have a winning organization. I don't get it, man. This is embarrassing.
At least it'll be a shorter flight. That's not Saudi Arabia anymore.
That's right. It is pretty bad.
It is the Odd Couple. He is Rob Parker. I'm Kelvin Washington. On a Magic City Monday, Rob is not feeling magical. We'll explain a little bit later on why. Make sure you check out the YouTube channel. That's right. We are up there.
I got my G-string in a bunch. I mean, my
Hey,
panties.
yo. This ain't the Golden Girls cruise.
Here's the thing. Wouldn't you still have on more than them?
Kelvin.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to say you look good coming back from the vacay, but I can't tell if you got a tan.
Don't do that. All right, you see this beautiful bronze tan going on right now. It was chocolate. Now it's more chocolate-er, okay? By the way, I thought of you all. I took the picture. I just showed Rob G. Sitting there, we're in the bed, getting ready to go have a fun day at the beach and all that, the ocean. And some cartoon on Cartoon Network, like think kid cartoon. In it, they do a whole storyline of the Golden Girls. And I immediately took a picture that I meant to send to you. Rob, you will have loved it. I mean, they had the voices down and everything. It was absolutely hilarious. All right, YouTube, we're up there. Elijah's got us looking good. Search Odd Couple FSR, Odd Couple FSR.
Let's
like,
get some of
subscribe,
these calls
share as
before.
well. 877. Don't. Maybe I want to talk to you. Forget the calls. Maybe I want to get Rob G excited here and just say forget the calls. All right, 877-9905. What we got?
Let's just.
And another thing, so like I was saying, Rob.
Adam in Fort Wayne, Indiana. You're on
Adam,
the
we
Odd Couple
love you,
Fox
Adam.
Sports Radio. What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing great tonight, guys. How are you?
Doing well.
All right, so you guys want to talk about was Malik Willis a good signing in Miami?
Yes, we do.
Okay, no, it wasn't. And I'm a Green Bay Packers fan, huge, been my entire life. Here's the thing. Green Bay has created the best quarterbacks maybe in the history of the NFL. Does that mean that guys that play there are lucky? You get what I'm saying? So they've had Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Hasselbeck, Mark Brunell, Matt Flynn, now Malik Willis. I think Malik Willis is just the next Matt Flynn. He came in a very good situation with a lot of talent around him, and it was very easy for him to succeed. They have weapons every year. They have a great offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
They have a defense that can stop teams. All he had to do was just make minimal production, and then he looks like a superstar. Matt Flynn did the same thing, goes to Seattle. Russell Wilson gets drafted. You never hear about Matt Flynn again. I am a huge Malik Willis fan. I was hoping to God he would stay in Green Bay and be there forever and be their backup. But I think he's just the next Green Bay quarterback that's just good because he went to one of the top 5 organizations in all of the NFL.
And that's the rap. Thank you for the call. Yeah,
Yep,
that's the rap
Adam.
he's going to have to beat, right? Because that's what I was saying. The organization's so well run. Now he's going to have to beat that and say, no, I am good. We can win games because of me for the first time. And it'll be interesting to see if he can do that. Who next?
Trey in Texas. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Trey? How are you?
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
We're doing
Trey?
great,
Good,
man. Back in full effect on this Magic City Monday.
Oh.
Man, I think they, they got a good quarterback. I'm sad he left Green Bay, but we can use him as a backup still. But I think they're doing the right thing. But that dead money, man, that's gonna hurt for Miami.
$100 million, man. If you're Tua, how does that make you feel? You know what I mean? Like, dang, they want me out so bad. They said we'll take a $99 million cap. It just dead cap. It just go get out.
It just says a lot. Hey, Lamar in Fort Lauderdale. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good.
All right. How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Man, I'm so sick and tired of my Dolphins, man. They just can't do nothing right. I mean, my goodness. The last time in 2019, we tore down the roster, but we signed Ryan Fitzpatrick. That cost us getting Joe Burrow, and we had to settle for Tua because we won too many games. Malik Willis is going to do the same thing. He's probably going to win 5 to 7 games. We're going to be stuck in the middle again.
Right.
I just don't understand the mindset of this organization. I'm already out on the new GM. This tells me everything that I need to know. They don't know what they're doing, man. So they should have went in with yours, and they're going to miss out on a generational quarterback next year, just like they did with Joe Burrow. This is a big mistake, and I hate it. I've been pissed off all day, to be honest with you.
Don't take it out on the family, all right? Don't take it out on them.
But I hear you. I mean, I get his point. It's like, what's the game plan here? To win 4 or 5 games, right, and then not have a chance at getting somebody who can really help us long term. This is not Don Shula's Dolphins, man. It's been a long time since they were really competitive and really in the mix for anything. And it's mind-boggling when you think of that franchise and how long it's been.
And if it was, not too long ago, they're putting up NBA scores, 70-something points on people.
A 70 piece with 3 biscuits.
And now everybody from that, including the coach, is gone. Like, man, life comes at you fast. 70 points in a game, 70-plus points. And now everybody, the quarterback, the coach, star receiver, and a handful of other players are all gone from that regime. All right, on the way, we got Clifton Brown.
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer Clifton. Maybe put some respect on his name. Clifton Brown, Hall of Famer, is going to be joining us, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer. And we'll be talking to him in just a moment. Right now, Steve DeSager, our Hall of Famer, is joining us to break it all down. Hey, Steve.
Hello. Plenty of NFL news today. The free agency negotiating window open today. Any signs or trades that are being announced or reported aren't actually official until Wednesday. That's when the new league year begins. But the Kansas City Chiefs will sign running back Kenneth Walker, who just won Super Bowl MVP for Seattle, and Kansas City re-signed tight end Travis Kelce. The Seahawks re-signed wide receiver Rashid Shaheed, 3 years with almost $35 million guaranteed. The Colts re-signed wide receiver Alec Pierce to a 4-year extension, but Indy traded wide receiver Michael Pittman to the Steelers. Pittsburgh gets running back Rico Dowdle and defensive back Jamel Dean from Tampa Bay. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will sign a 1-year deal with Atlanta. The Dolphins are getting quarterback Malik Willis, and Miami re-signed tight end Greg Dulcich. Carolina gets quarterback Kenny Pickett, and quarterback Gardner Minshew is going to the Cardinals. Tennessee gets quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. Chicago is re-signing QB Case Keenum. The 49ers signed veteran wide receiver Mike Evans from Tampa Bay. The Bucs get running back Kenneth Gainwell and linebacker Alex Anzalone. Giants get linebacker Tremaine Edmonds, it was a Chicago Bear. Chicago's adding linebacker Devin Bush from Cleveland and defensive back Kobe Bryant from Seattle. Carolina is signing linebacker Jalen Phillips. The Saints are signing running back Travis Etienne and tight end Noah Fant. Jets getting linebacker Demario Davis and safety Minkah Fitzpatrick. To women's basketball, the Big East finalists tonight. Number 1 and undefeated UConn already out to a 36-16 lead against Villanova. About 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Connecticut, this would be their 70th straight win against Big East opponents. Later tonight in men's play, the West Coast Conference semifinals, Gonzaga against Oregon State and St. Mary's versus Santa Clara. Among the NBA games, Philadelphia at Cleveland underway. All-star Tyrese Maxey of Philly will miss at least 2 games with a sprained finger. At the World Baseball Classic, the Dominican Republic 3-0 in the tournament beat Israel 10-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. with a grand slam. South Korea eliminated Australia 7-2. And coming up on Fox TV, half an hour from Houston, the game in group play, Mexico against Team USA. Pirates pitcher Paul Skeens will start for the Americans. Back to you.
Should be fun. Thank you, Steve. Our couple, Rob and Kelvin, on a Magic City. Monday, we are joined now by Hall of Famer Clifton Brown, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer Clifton G. Brown, if you want to follow on X. Rob, we got the Hall of Famer on with us.
That's right. What's up, downtown? How are you?
I'm doing great, Rob. Don't be modest. There's one Hall of Famer talking to another. With you going in with me, I'm so pleased that that's happening. So,
yes.
Glad that. Thanks for having me, and good talking to you guys.
For people who don't know, Cliff and I are amongst 4 guys, Gary D. Howard
Shout out to Gary.
and Ron Thomas. All 4 of us are going into the Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame April 11th at the at North Carolina A&T State University in Greensboro, April 11th. If you want to buy tickets, go to blacksportswritershalloffame.com. And Cliff and I covered the NBA together back in the 90s, and just a pleasure that we get to go into the Hall of Fame together.
I know y'all was tearing them 90s streets
up.
Cliff,
we had good times, man, in the NBA days, right?
Look, Cliff eyes got big right now. Rob, bury that. Bury that.
That's
right. We had a blast, and what a time it was to cover the NBA. I mean, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird. I mean, it was a great time to be covering the league. A lot of black writers really kind of were gravitated to the NBA. It was kind of like newspapers when they had a talented black writer. Well, let's put them on the NBA. So
100%. So it was. Remember, right? It was. Hey, Kelvin. It was called the Ghetto Beat.
Yeah,
because a lot of the writers, if you worked at a newspaper, you covered the NBA.
Which, by the way, Y'all lucky it's not February right now, because I'd have gave y'all Martin Luther King speech. Why the black got to be ghetto? Why can't it be the black beat? I could get that. The brother beat, I would get that. Why must it have been ghetto? Because it was insinuating with black people.
Well, let me say one last thing, and then we're going to get to the Ravens. One last thing. Cliff and I were sitting next to each other in Cleveland. Well, really, it was Richfield, right? When Michael Jordan made that shot over Craig Elam. Am I right, Cliff? We were sitting right on the floor at center court. That's where the press used to sit.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Cliff? With the best seat in the house for that.
Right.
Why they change it? Now they got to sit
they
up
sell
in the
that.
sky.
Oh, yeah, we're up in the sky now.
Hey, Cliff, hand me the binoculars. I'm trying to see the game real
Right.
quick. All right.
Those seats go for $10,000 now.
Exactly. That's why we're not sitting there. So Maxx Crosby is a Baltimore Raven. Just Cliff, reaction to that. I know people around the Ravens got to be thrilled to get such a difference maker kind of player.
They are, and it's a move that the Ravens normally don't make to give up 2 first-round draft picks. They're rolling the dice. So Maxx Crosby is a great player, great pass rusher. Was exactly what they need. Last year, their pass rush was anemic. And you just can't give these quarterbacks time to throw. You look at the last 2 Super Bowl winners, Seattle, terrorized the quarterback in the Super Bowl. The year before that, the Eagles terrorized Patrick Mahomes. You need to do that to win championships in this league. And so Maxx Crosby is going to fit in well with the Ravens, but they gave up 2 first-round picks. So to me, if the Ravens win a Super Bowl in the next year or 2 with Maxx Crosby, nobody's going to care if they gave up 4 first.
100%.
That's a great point. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, but we'll see how it works out. But I'm for the move because I think Lamar Jackson, after 8 years in Baltimore, it's time to roll the dice, and I think he's going to fit in very well with them. Well,
I mean, absolutely, he's going to fit in. All he has to do is be him. Be what you've been your whole time in the NFL thus far. I mean, there's a bunch to stay on there, but I'll switch because this big news keeps happening for them. You got, of course, Isaiah Lively is going to be moving on. He's going to the Giants, and that's a big loss. Even though Rob and I set up here for now 2 football seasons we've been doing the show together. He especially, but something about them, and from covering it, something always happens with them where a star player fumbles when he shouldn't have. Doesn't catch a 2-point conversion.
Right.
And Lively was one of those super talented, but at the right time,
how many times did he fumble?
Something goes wrong with that. Likely, I'm sorry, I keep saying Lively. What I'm thinking is Dallas Mavericks. Likely keeps having those moments. But how much of a loss is that for them?
Well, he's a talented player. The Ravens have had a deep tight end group with both he and Mark Andrews, and they're going to miss Likely. But again, I agree with you as far as the weird endings the Ravens have had to their seasons. And you kind of sometimes even forget what happened. 2 years ago, Mark Andrews fumbles. And there's a great drive by Lamar to get them within 2. Everybody forgets that because Andrews, has the unfortunate drop, and they end up losing. Last year, again, Lamar, last possession against Pittsburgh, which was essentially a playoff game to get into the playoffs, drives them down the field. Likely actually made a great catch to put them in field goal range, and then the field goal kicker misses the field goal. They don't get in the playoffs. So they've had heartbreaking losses. They are going to miss Likely, to get back to the original question, but the Ravens offense with Lamar, with Derrick Henry, with Zay Flowers, I think they have enough offensively. I do believe that their defense the last couple of years has let too many leads slip away. They've had too many games where they just couldn't stop teams that had quarterbacks. Even last year, Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old. They got no pressure on him in that winner-take-all game the last in Week 18. So, I think that this Ravens team still, and we haven't even had the draft yet, they have 10 draft picks this year, even though they gave up the number 1. They'll get help in the draft. They draft well. They'll have a pass rush next year. They'll have Lamar. They'll have Derrick Henry. I think they have enough pieces to be a contender again.
Again, having Crosby, a guy who can close out a game. Me and Rob talk about it. Sometimes they can't close it out. They score a bunch. Yep.
Absolutely.
Clifton Brown, Hall of Famer with the Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame. We'll talk about that a little bit more at the end here. Rob will give a little bit more insight to that on with us as well. You got some other offensive linemen gone, Rob.
Right. Center Tyler Linderbaum signs with the Raiders. He gets a nice deal, 3 years, $81 million, $60 million guarantee. How big of a loss is that?
It's a loss, and that deal is better than nice. I mean,
yeah. It reset the market, right? Yeah, the highest paid guy.
Highest paid center by far. The Ravens simply weren't going to pay Linderbaum that much money. They wanted him back. He's an excellent player. He's in his prime. He's going to be missed. But when you let someone hit free agency, these things can happen. That's just too much money for him to turn down. I understand why he did it. And, yes, to me, that's the biggest key now for the Ravens. Can they upgrade their offensive line? They're missing Linderbaum now. They need a center. Last year, both of their guards struggled. So, yeah, if you can't protect Lamar, he got hit too much last year. He was injured much of the year. They're really going to have to target the rest of free agency and the draft, or maybe even when training camp starts, they're going to have to bring in an offensive lineman or two because, yeah, even if they're terrorizing quarterbacks with Maxx Crosby, they can't have Lamar getting hit as much as he was last year.
Yeah, you beat me to it. He got beat up last year. Real quick, less than a minute here. Just what do you expect from Jesse Minter? Obviously, Harbaugh had been there for, I believe, 18 years, so long, part of the community, part of that organization. He's gone. What's that loss like for them? And then maybe some optimism with Minter.
Yeah, I think it was time to hit the reset button for the Ravens. 18 years with John Harbaugh, great coach, won a Super Bowl. 18 years is like 3 lifetimes for a head coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
I think it was time to make a change. I like Jesse Minter. As you mentioned, he's been with the Ravens before. He knows the culture. He's been a really good coordinator with the Chargers. Before that, he was a real good coordinator at Michigan, won a national championship. I think that he's the right type of coach. Young guys relate to him. He knows the system. And the Chargers defense last couple of years, to me, he's gotten the most out of those players. If he can do that with the talent he'll have with the Ravens, with Crosby, with Roquan Smith, with Kyle Hamilton, yeah, I like the choice of Jesse Minter. For a lot of first-year coaches don't have nearly as much talent as Jesse Minter does. He's walking into a great situation with Lamar, with Maxx Crosby. I think he'll do well.
All right, there you have it, man. Appreciate you so much.
Again, Clifton Brown from Ravens.com. Congratulations on your induction in the Hall of Fame. April 11th, we'll be there in Greensboro, my man. It'll be great to share such a great night and honor together with you, Cliff. All right?
It will be. Back at you, Rob. I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be something. I think that, yeah, and I give props to you, Rob. You're the brainchild behind the whole Black Sports Writer Hall of Fame. And I've told you, I feel like it's one of the greatest things you've ever accomplished in your career. You've done so many things, but this legacy with the Black Sports Writers Hall of Fame gives young people getting into the business something as part of our history that's going to last way past when we're gone.
Well, thank you, Cliff.
doubt.
Those are great words, and I appreciate that, my man. Stay well.
You know why I like what Cliff said?
What?
Because he ain't say business. He said business.
Business.
Getting up in this
That's
business.
right.
I love it.
No doubt. Hey, and give Dolores a kiss. We'll talk soon.
Oh, here we go.
I will. You guys take care. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you, Cliff. Appreciate it.
What? His wife, Dolores.
Well, it's good to know Alex and Rob G and Ricky and Ben
That
Maller.
didn't just
It
start.
ain't just our women in our lives. Even Cliff, for 40 years, Cliff,
Wow.
give Dolores a kiss for me. Oh, good to know it ain't just us. All right.
I need baby oil.
Player today on the way, plus Shekel City as well. And we'll see who else Rob's wife's been kissing. It is a couple Fox Sports Radio.
You got a tissue for me? Let's go to the Lions and
another loss for them, Rob Parker. Earlier this week, we talked about it. David Montgomery was traded out of town. Big loss for them. And now they're set to lose another key player. Pro Bowl left tackle Taylor Decker has requested his release from the Lions, and it has been granted his release by the Lions. They're calling it a cost-cutting move. And just to give you some context about what's going on there in Detroit, in 2024, this was 2 seasons ago, so not last season, the one before, they had arguably the best offensive line in football. I don't know if it was arguable. I think they had the best offensive line in football. Since then, star center Frank Ragnow retired.
Yep.
Kevin Zeitler left in free agency. Left tackle Taylor Decker now released. And they also lost a rotational guy, Graham Glasgow, who was filling in the interior offensive line. So this vaunted Lions O-line is no more.
And the other thing, too, is the Bears' moves. I said I got graded an A- on their trade of DJ Moore and the picks. They moved up in a pick and stuff like that. Where are you on the Lions as we go forward, Martin? Just trending upward, downward? I mean, I was the one who picked them not to make the playoffs last year. And Kelvin didn't want to hear it, but it did come true. Where are you on the Lions? Can it be 2 years in a row, or do they bounce back?
I think they make the playoffs this year, but it's more a belief in the infrastructure. I believe in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to be able to, unless they just had the best luck ever in their first 5 or 6 drafts, I believe that they'll be able to replace guys like this. Like, and I know that last year you got kind of caught off guard with Frank Ragnow retiring at the time that he did, and also with Micah Parsons getting traded to the Packers at the time that he did, because that's a major part of your game plan when you're planning for him, and I think they handled them the second time that they played, but first time he was just a game wrecker in that first game. I'm not out on the Lions, but again, it's because I think Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, when you have the right head coach and the right GM in place.
I'm not convinced they have the right head coach, because I think that their window of winning a championship or getting to the Super Bowl is gone.
I would disagree with that.
I think it's gone. I think they had a great chance to do it, and Dan Campbell was a big part on why that didn't happen. And even after that, he even said, this might be our only chance at it, and I've seen it before. The last time the Lions went to the NFC Championship game, they went a 30-year drought before they got back that other time against the 49ers.
So I look at it more like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think if you look at the Lions, the Eagles, and the 49ers, those are the 3 teams in the NFC over the last 5 years that have had the most sustained success in the regular season, right? Or last 3 years, most sustained success in the regular season.
What year did the Eagles not make the playoffs?
They made the playoffs every year but got smoked in the wild card.
I'm just asking, what year did they not make the playoffs, like the Lions?
They got smoked in the wild card in a game in which was an embarrassment for Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. Right. Okay, but if we could do that too. Like, when did the Lions just get smoked out the playoffs?
No,
it hasn't happened. All right. So
no. My point is that
your point is the Lions missed the playoffs, and you think they're going to miss the playoffs again this year. I'm saying that I think the Lions are not going to miss the playoffs again next year because that head coach and that GM, they got the right guys. Now, you really want to talk about the kind of the secret in the NFC North, the quiet part, because I'm with you on the Bears. I think the Bears also, we're talking about the winner of the division and the second best team in the division between Lions and Bears. The quiet part out loud is if there was no such thing as a 7th seed in the NFC, the Packers would have never, under Matt LaFleur, without Aaron Rodgers under Matt LaFleur, made the postseason. That 7th seed is doing a lot of heavy lifting for him, and he gets a pass.
Shoulda, there's a 7th seed. I mean, it's a part of it. I hear what you're saying. If there's only 4 seeds or 4 seeds, then 3 other teams wouldn't make it. I mean, we could get here all day about that. My point is simple, is that the Lions keep losing people, and the division isn't getting weaker. I still think the Packers are better.
No.
I do. Micah Parsons, a healthy Micah Parsons for all year. I think they're better than the Lions. And I also think, obviously, the Bears are better than the Lions. And we'll see what the Vikings do if they're able to put a quarterback. Even last year with no quarterback, they won 9 games. They're dying. They're saying
the Vikings.
The Vikings were so bad they won 9 games, 1 less than the Lions. And the Vikings were the ones with the terrible J.J. McCarthy who did the boogie boo on the Lions when they went to Detroit and won that game. That was the Lions season. You agree on that one? That game?
That's when they lost.
That's when they lost the season.
That's when it was over.
And that was the game, and that came against the Vikings in Detroit. So I just look at the Bears above the Lions. I look at Green Bay above the Lions. And Minnesota was 1 game different from the Lions with a bad quarterback or bad quarterback play.
Guess what they're still going to have? Bad quarterback play and not half the luck that they had last year. And again, you say a healthy Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons isn't going to be healthy in week 1 after he tore his.
I didn't say week 1, but I mean, they'll get him
guess
back.
what? They split with the Packers with a healthy Michael Parsons.
Rob G wants off now off of that.
You weak, Rob G.
Wow. Rob G.
You weak, son.
They lost 4 in a row now, Alex. They're bad.
They should be on the restricted zone.
Now, here's the thing. They should, right? They're going to go at Rob G. Now, here's the thing. You jumping off, twisting your ankle, jumping off so fast, but you're sticking with the Raiders.
He said he's sticking on, but he said it's just crazy that as soon as I jump on, right, Rob G, now
I'm feeling all good about myself. I'm puffing my chest up about Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, and now look at us.
You know what I think
all
about
my
it?
teams suck.
Then you jump on with the Lions. Maybe you are bad.
I jumped on with the Giants. I jumped on with the Jetropolitans.
Yeah. Maybe it is you.
I am the bad luck guy.
I don't know, but this one, Pistons are scuffling right now.
They having a little. They still 45-18. Relax.
I think I got a bet for you.
What is it?
That they will not win the East. That Boston will overtake them with
just the
18.
final record. You're saying, or the Eastern Conference, like playoffs, or just the record?
No, the record. I think that
East?
Boston, can win the East.
Where
now,
is
what are they,
everybody
Rob
right
G?
now? That's what I say. I actually don't know
where
everybody is.
Are they 3.5
right
or 2.5? Only 2 in the loss column now, right? 2 in the seriously.
I mean, Boston's been, to their credit, we talked about Jalen Brown, while he absolutely is an MVP candidate. He held it down for so long and kept them right there.
Is it 2, Rob G? Or
yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's 2.5. 2.5. The Celtics are, back by.
That's crazy, though, ain't it?
That's a credit to them.
You know that. Where they were, the Pistons were so ahead. I don't think anybody thought anybody could catch them. And there's still, 18 games to go or something? There's a lot of time. But anyway.
That's what the Celtics are still. This is what we'll talk NBA, but this is what makes this fun is you can make a case for who's playing right now, Cleveland. You can make a case for the Celtics, the Pistons, the Knicks. You know, the NBA, the East had been so top-heavy that you already knew the 1 or 2 team. Like, that's it. Those are the only 1 or 2 coming out. It's been Boston for, 5-6 years. And now you kind of, it's 4 or 5 teams that could come out of the East. All right. Of course, time to get to your tire rack play of the day.
Doncic defended by Anunoby. 3 minutes into quarter number 3. Luka with 1 has to put it off. He's falling out of bounds. He lands in the first row, and he makes the 3.
ESPN Radio. I don't know if there's anybody I would take aside, Steph Curry aside, of course, on a trick shot contest. Like, Luka makes the wildest, craziest shots all the time. That was your Tire Rack play of the day, brought to you by, of course, Tire Rack. For over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. It is the way tire buying should be. And now, Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City. The home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
Did I do that? Did I do that? I did. I was 2-1 on Friday. Are you ready? 65-42.
Wow.
23 games over 500.
Elijah, I need an HRU for my last football season.
My goodness.
I need baby oil and
do.
maybe cigarettes.
Yo, my NFL, it was really historically bad.
What, your NFL?
Yeah,
Yes,
I almost need the Hello Darkness, my old friend. Like, that was really bad. My goodness.
All right, here we go tonight.
I needed you to, I should have just, at some point, just picked everything you picked.
Horrible, and really
terrible.
bad.
That's
really
right.
bad, Ernie. Ernie, Rob, help me out.
The Nets tonight, -1.5. They're hosting the Memphis Grizzlies.
Ooh, how bad are you, Memphis?
Best bet, taking the Golden State Warriors -6.5. They're in Utah taking on the Jazz. And I'm taking the Clippers +2.5. They host the New York Knickerbockers. So I got the Clippers +2.5, Golden State -6.5, and Brooklyn -1.5. And remember, I'm not telling you who to bet on. I'm telling you who I bet on. And I want to say this, and I didn't even notice today.
What's that?
Today is my 33rd anniversary when I became a columnist at the Detroit Free Press. The first black sports columnist in the history of the newspaper When they hired me in 1993, the newspaper was 161 years old. Somebody, the historian in Detroit, they just tweeted it out, and I almost forgot. It was March 9th, 1993, the Detroit Free Press. Incredible. One of my
and I've been seeing you
great
ever
jobs.
since.
Yes.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. Well, I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
At the World Baseball Classic, starting up in just a few minutes on Fox TV. From Houston, Team USA hosting Mexico. Pirates pitcher Paul Skeens will start for the U.S. Dominican Republic 3-0 in the tournament after eliminating Israel 10-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. with a grand slam. That clinched a quarterfinal spot for Venezuela. Also, South Korea eliminated Australia 7-2. The Phillies are giving lefty pitcher Jesus Luzardo a 5-year extension. In the NBA for Denver, Aaron Gordon, 19 points already. Still 5 minutes left first quarter. Nuggets lead at Oklahoma City 29-17. Later tonight in college hoops, West Coast Conference semis, including number 12 Gonzaga against Oregon State. Busy day in the NFL. The 49ers signed wide receiver Mike Evans. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa goes to Atlanta. The Kansas City Chiefs will sign running back Kenneth Walker. I'm Steve DeSager.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Hour number 2.
Número dos.
This is the hiccups edition of the Odd Couple. I think I got the hiccups.
What we eating today? I seen you post something.
A little shrimp salad.
Down 5, 6, 7 pounds already?
Yes, 7 pounds.
Woo! You might make it, man. You just might.
I'm gonna make it.
And by the way, and I'm not, and I mean this respectfully. And at your age, if you lose 50 pounds, no, that sounded crazy. But trust me, I get the same thing. Some 20-year-old, and doing it at your age. Hold on now. Hold on. But I'm saying that'd be amazing if you pull this off. You pull this off, even if you don't, you do 40. That's incredible.
No doubt about it. But I'm going to lose some weight here. All right, don't forget to check out our brand new YouTube channel. Just search.
Do it.
Odd Couple.
Let me get. I'm ready, Rob.
FSR.
Just tap me in. Do a little. Give me out the bullpen. The shrimp coming up. Them scrimps, Roger, he was asking him not to count are coming up. Counting his scrimps.
Odd Couple FSR on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, you ain't done. I can hear another
My
one coming
squimp
now.
coming back.
Here come another one right here, Alex. Ready?
Here come the squimp. I just came back.
I told you. Here come another one right here. Watch
Here comes Odd Couple FSR. And make sure. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. How about that?
Right.
All right, Rob G.
You better hurry up. Rob G, save us.
Rob G, save
Set
me.
the table, Rob G.
Yes.
Just don't put some more scrimps on it.
That's it. Rob G, the Kansas City, I should say the Kansas Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because they'll
That's
be
a good
moving
point.
to Kansas pretty soon. But anyway, the Chiefs are making some moves. They're trying to get back in this thing after not NOT making the playoffs last year.
Yeah, it was been a tale of two cities, I guess, if you want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs the last couple of days. First, we mentioned last week, big blockbuster trade. They trade away All-Pro Trent McDuffie to the Rams. So he's gone out of there. They lose another cornerback also to the Rams. So they're down 2 defensive starters, or at least rotational players, within the first 48 hours of the free agency period. However, today they pivot. Offensively, they bring in Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III to be their new running back one. Big upgrade over that dynamic duo of Isaiah Pacheco and Kareem Hunt. So they're very excited about that one.
Well, Pacheco kind of faded out, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was,
I mean, they had, this is not opinion, this is fact, arguably the worst running back room in football last season.
Yep.
Like just in terms of all the numbers, the two guys combined for one carry over 20 yards.
That's
unbelievable. Almost up there with Aaron Glenn's how we didn't get one interception.
Yeah, like
that's the second worst stat of the NFL season.
I agree because
you accidentally get
that's
one.
the worst stat.
Aaron Glenn is
like to not get Rob G a tip ball that just lands into your arms
from a former DB turned defensive coach coordinator
To a head coach.
Head coach. We can't get one coach. You couldn't scheme up something where he's going to throw a left to the bubble screen and be already there and get it. Like something?
Guys,
my goodness.
Just real quick also on the Chiefs backfield. Pacheco, Hunt, and Brashard Smith, their top 3 running backs, combined to force 49 missed tackles amongst the 3 of them on the whole season.
Yeah, you got Gibbs did that about 25 in one game.
Yeah, did that in one drive.
So they go out and get themselves.
So they got a new running back, Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker, split carries last year, but he was healthy, which is a big thing, and he produced at a high clip. The other thing they did, which was a shocker 6 months ago, not so much 6 days ago, Travis Kelce, who wanted to retire after the Super Bowl 2 years ago, has decided he's going to run it back again. Last year wasn't enough. They went 6-11. He felt terrible about it. This year, he says, I can't go out like that. 1 year, $12 million. Could be up to 15 minutes incentives. The Chiefs running it back with Travis Kelce and a new running back.
I like him. I like the running back. I don't like running it back. And what I mean is Kenneth Walker was a great signing. It's a great signing for them. You just mentioned it, Rob G. Of course, split the some of those attempts. Still rushed for 1,000 yards last season, giving you 4.6 yards a carry. Obviously, first down, 5 touchdowns as well. So to me, I like the pickup because one of the things we talked about last year, what was that? The Chiefs got it back going offensively. They had a nice stretch where they were producing, but they couldn't close out games. I think getting Kenneth Walker, we saw it in the Super Bowl. Ability to run out the clock at times, ability to pick up those short yardage first downs. I think that's a great signing. I don't like running it back with Travis Kelce. Just because you got Eric Bieniemy back doesn't mean you need to fully run it back. Just because you do that doesn't mean the gang's all here. Let's do it again. And the reason I say that, I don't like the amount of money it's going to potentially cost them. $12 million, $14 million, somewhere in there for Kelce. That money could have been used elsewhere. You lost 2 cornerbacks, McDuffie being an all-pro, being a Pro Bowler, and you lose the 2 cornerbacks, you lost your offensive line has struggled at times. To me, that's money I could have spent elsewhere because the productivity you get from Travis Kelce, I feel like I could emulate elsewhere. I could get a young tight end to give me that. I could get a free agent tight end to give me that. I could draft someone who can give me that. So to me, that's money that could have been spent elsewhere. So the idea just simply because we got Eric Bieniemy back, we got a couple of guys back, and maybe – who knows what some other moves that they'll make in obviously free agency and draft. I don't believe that was money well spent to me. I think it's okay to have moved on, said we had a great career, you're headed to the Hall of Fame, first ballot. We want to use this $12 to $14 million elsewhere. So to me, love Kenneth Walker signing. I think that's what they need, the ability to not just rely on Patrick Mahomes, the ability to run the ball, run out the clock, help your defense some, help the passing game some. But Travis Kelce, you didn't have to do it. The running back, I'm with. The running it back, I'm not with.
Yeah, I'm with you on Travis Kelce. The question, why? At some point, we always talk about it. You'd rather be a year early than a year late. I think
might be
2
a year
years,
late and a year late.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's 2 years late now with Travis Kelce. And then last year, I think while he bounced back numbers-wise, if you're really honest and look at it, you say to yourself, yeah, he had a better year, but you were 6-11. Like you were bad. Like he was the best receiver on a really bad team.
Yeah.
So what did he really add to the team? Like seriously, he was bad because the other guys weren't really that good, and so he got a lot of stuff, but it didn't accumulate into winning football. Now Walker, you just wonder. You just won a Super Bowl with him, Super Bowl MVP, and Seattle's not interested in him. Like Rob G. There's got to be scuttlebutt, too, when you look deeper at Walker and what he was able to do. And I understand. They needed to get a running back. They needed to improve. But I think Walker's not, Rob G., a good blocker. There's some other question marks about him. Right?
Yeah, it's interesting fit with him in Kansas City. Now, part of it could just be that we mentioned they had a very poor running back room last season.
And they needed to do something.
Sure.
So I'm not knocking
So
it.
last season, the Chiefs had the 8th fewest attempts by any team in the NFL in terms of running the football. So you bring in Ken Walker. He's a great runner of the football. But what that does mean is that they throw the ball at a high clip, or they're in a pass formation at a very high clip relative to the rest of the NFL. The problem with Ken Walker is in Seattle,
he can't catch.
He can't catch, and he's not great in pass protection.
This is what I'm saying.
And that's why Zach Charbonnet ate into so much of his playing time there in Seattle is they thought Ken Walker, great as a runner. The other stuff, Charbonnet's better.
And this is where I think Eric Bieniemy, being a running back coach, being an offensive guy, I think this is huge for them because I think he looks at him and says, hey, trust me, that's the kind of guy I can work with. That's the kind of guy I can get some productivity with. Don't worry about the hands. We're not asking him to be Marshall Faulk, but I can figure out some things. And, again, giving us an opportunity to not have to pass so much. I think they would love to be able to run. I think they would love to look at something, hey, this game, we can have 25 attempts. They're not able to do that, Rob G, and sometimes that hurts them where you get off the ball in a minute, right? And now you're giving another team the ball back. They want to chew up some clock. They want to run the clock down a little bit, be a little bit bruiser. We talk to offensive linemen all the time, Ephraim Salam and others. We want to get up and go forward first. We don't have to always be retreating backwards, pass blocking. So to me, that's where it could become beneficial, is helping the team out as a whole, having the ability to run. Defensively, again, keeping your defense off the field, letting them catch their breath. Losing two good cornerbacks, one very good cornerback as well.
So now you wonder where the defense is going to be.
They're still going to have to spend some money and also either some late movements and some draft picks because they're going to need some help defensively. Defensively is what kept them in games over the last 2 to 3 years. Right?
I look at it and the moves they make. If anybody thinks like, oh yeah, the band's back together, they're going to definitely be back. I'm not convinced of that. And I know it's early, and there's going to be other moves, and there's draft picks that are coming as well. So they're not done. I'm not trying to say that I know where they're going to wind up. But early on, losing a couple of DBs, right, and
one very good one,
yeah, and the moves that they've made, I'm definitely not there yet. I'm just not.
I think the offense will be better, I think, especially with Bieniemy. And to his credit, by the way, as much as we talk about Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy can say, hey, all I know is since I've been gone, y'all been all right. Y'all been all right. When I was here, we were exceptional offensively. Now, last year they got better. They had a nice stretch, but they weren't great. And I think that, to me, if you're Eric Bieniemy, that's one thing you can hold in your back pocket and say, look, when I was here, all I know is we were very explosive. I left for a few seasons. Y'all were mid. But I do like him coming back, helping them get back to what they used to. And look, Travis Kelce, if you went away for a few months during the NFL season, came back, you say, hey, well, this guy was productive if you just covered up the name. And I showed you 55, 60 catches, 650, 700 yards, 5 touchdowns. You'd be like, hey, that was solid. But if I showed you the age, who he is, you'd be say, I'd rather that be the first year or two of a younger guy whose trajectory is going up. Right. And like, oh, he's only getting better. We're moving in the right direction. He's finding,
And in this case, too, I just don't think he's the same player.
Man, he's missing blocks.
Right.
He's not making catches we normally does.
We saw plays where
routes there, normally they would have it perfectly aligned.
We saw him standing around counting attendance on plays. Like how does that happen?
He's off. He's off his game, and it showed at times. Running into players, not, like I said, not blocking great. He admitted it. And so, to me, I think this is a case where they're like, man, we got our guy back in Bieniemy. He knows all of us. He knows what we do. Let's run it back one more time. And I just look at it as it's not a bad signing in that he's going to be terrible. I don't believe that. It's just more so I'd rather be building up rapport with Patrick Mahomes and some new tight end or two, or drafting a young one and building rapport for the years in the future, than the running back and using that money with Travis when I could have spent that elsewhere.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. 877-996-6369. Are the Chiefs better or worse today than they were last season? We'll continue that conversation next with you. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. It is the Odd Couple. That's right, where we deliver insight, not noise, right here on Fox Sports Radio. Stick and stay.
Especially if you could spare a couple scrimp in the US of A.
I can spare a couple. Russell Westbrook had bad times last night after his game with the Siberia Kings, Rob G. Here we go. Take a listen to this.
You guys' job is to talk about the game, what's happening in the game, not stir up a bunch of, I don't want to cuss here because I want to get fined, but stir up a bunch of stuff that it's not accurate. And that's my problem. Like, being in the league a while, I've been able to experience a lot of these times where people outside of our building, outside of the film session, outside of what we do daily, how much work we put in, that is not an easy job to do. It's not an easy job to do. And I think the respect level is that we respect y'all, we respect what y'all do. Y'all come in, y'all make y'all comments, and nobody say nothing. But I don't have to sit back and not say nothing. I've been the media is, that's been my thing and been down the road. But as a leader of this team, it's my job to speak up for the guys in the locker room. We talk about it, they see it, I hear it. Because of the comments you guys make, you got guys thinking about a whole bunch of random things that have nothing to do with the game. And you guys are making false comments about our team and what we're doing here, and I don't appreciate that. So my ask is that you respect what we do and we respect what you do.
No, you don't. And you know what? I thought that was the most ridiculous rant by Russell Westbrook. It really was. Because, first of all, I would have put up my hand in the press conference, Martin, and I would have said, what are you talking about? Specifics. Who said what and who said it? What are you talking about? When they asked him kind of about that, he was like, well, I'm not going to get into, what was this? It was like, I'm not going to go around on that. Whatever that meant. And number two, if we don't know what you're talking about and we're not in the film room and we don't know what it matters or whatever, it doesn't matter what we say, what are you bothered for? What are you punching down on sports reporters? I just don't even get that. After all these years, that's what's really bothering you? Is that the reason why the Kings can't win a game, Martin, is because of what the sports writers are saying? Really?
Yeah, it's honestly, when I've heard this initially, I was kind of sad. Like, Russell Westbrook has been in this business now for over 15 years and has yet to understand that you as an NBA player, just like I as a commentator, those reporters in the locker room who are doing the beat writing, the fans who are commenting on all of the consuming all of it, everybody plays a role in, like, the sports industrial complex. Like, this is something that you have to do. If you just want to hoop, there are plenty of places where you can go hoop and nobody will give a damn. Nobody will care. You just have to also not get paid millions of dollars while you're hooping. But you know what I'm saying? If it's, oh, man, I just want to play the game.
He acts like he doesn't understand what goes on, or the idea would be like you're an actress or actor and the movie critic doesn't like your movie. That's what they get paid for, to tell people whether it's a great movie or a bad movie, whether you should spend your money on it or whether you shouldn't spend your money on it. Why are you so bothered? And you know what I would have said? I'm not even kidding you. Okay, we're not in the film room. We're not at practice. We don't know about. Okay. Were you at our? Did you talk to my producer? Do you know what we were trying to put together for the show? Do you know what I talked to about my editor? Have you ever written a column for a major newspaper in the United States? Can you write 700 words if I gave you a laptop that made sense? Come on, dude. I get it. You have a job. We have a job. To go and swing on nameless, faceless people who are doing a job for a living. That's what they do. I remember once somebody called up and said, oh, so-and-so is just trying to sell a book. Yes, he is trying to sell a book. You're going to write a book, Martin, that nobody wants to read? When I hear people say that, they just want people to read their columns. They just want people to get clicks. Yes, I want to do a 3-hour radio show, not say anything, and not have anybody bothered or moved by anything I said. Does any of that make any sense? It's ridiculous every time I hear that.
And this is after a loss in which I was here anchoring last night, much to the chagrin of everybody who was listening, apparently. But, the Pelicans and the Kings, two teams that if you add their win totals together today, they don't have 40 wins combined, right? The Kings are the worst team in the NBA who just lost to the worst team in the NBA. There's no positive to talk about, right? What do you want me to say here, Russell Westbrook? I get it. Maybe there's people saying Russell Westbrook shouldn't be on this team going forward. It is not necessarily an affront to you personally, but more along the lines of the team building aspect of the whole thing. This team has won 19 games. They've won 19 games. This is a labor of love for everybody at this point. Everybody's being a professional because you know those people in the locker room. In the press room covering the team did not sleep as kids thinking, or dream as kids thinking, man, I cannot wait to cover the worst team in the NBA.
I had a glizzy in my mouth.
No, it's just a script today. Just a script.
Oh, just a script. You know,
all right?
script need love too, K.
My boy going through it over here. Get it right.
Rob, you good?
It is the Odd Couple.
I'm okay now.
Kelvin Washington and Script Parker.
It's been a crazy day today. I don't know.
Rob, you set the table.
Rob, just set the table. Just don't put no more scrimps on it.
No scrimps?
No more. All right, we got some more. A bunch of NFL conversation and topics have happened. So we got to talk about one, getting a little carried away, a little beside himself in Indianapolis. We'll talk about that in a little bit. If you miss any of today's show, you don't want to catch the pod, just search The Odd Couple wherever you get your podcast. And right after the show, today's podcast will be posted.
Rob G, edit out the hiccups, okay, please.
So you want the whole first block?
Yeah,
the
just
second hour? It's you. I think Travis should be going. Why would they sign
See,
him?
Rob, that red box place was trying to help you, Rob. They were looking out for you.
With the less shrimp, right? Scrimps.
Can't believe you got that girl fired.
I don't get
That's
fired.
crazy.
Look, I'll put extra sauce on it. Check out the podcast anywhere you get your podcast. Rob G does a great job. He'll get it up for us as soon as the show is over, plus the best of version as well. All right, 877-99 on Fox. We're taking the calls. The Chiefs making some moves. We both agree Kenneth Walker III, hey, good sign. Get some running. They've been having running back issues for a while. Bringing back Kelce. Since I've been on this show, I feel like we keep having the same conversation. Retire, not retire, come back. We both think it's time for him to move on. They say, hey, we're bringing him back. Good move, bad move. 877-99 on Fox.
All right, let's go. Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre? How are you?
Doing all right. Thanks so much for taking the call. Listen, I can't say this Kansas City Chiefs team is better than years past because they've added some nice free agents. Maybe on paper, maybe in Madden 27, they're going to be a better team. But this team is reloading. Okay, they're not refiring. This is a transitional year in their dynastic era as they try to move forward to see if they can still be competitive and still win championships. Their division is not getting any easier, and now Patrick Mahomes is coming back from an injury. These are the central things that the Chiefs are facing, and we need to see. I can't put them on the same pedestal when Patrick Mahomes is out here winning MVPs, throwing 5, 6, 7 touchdowns in a game. It's a completely different team.
It seems like a long time, doesn't it, Andre, since that was happening? It just does.
Right. And so this is the time now when you talk about Mahomes, people want to put him in that all-time conversation. Let's remember, it was a decade in between championships for Tom Brady. And so he's going to have to climb back up that mountain, in my view, to see if he can get to the top. If that's the true measure, it's the endurance and the longevity. And I think that's the phase of his career. They're no longer the world beater favorites. He's got to now be the underdog to win those championships.
Yeah, I
Thanks
agree.
for taking the call.
He's going to have to find a way, and this is to be some of those teams that had nice long run. They had to get better. They had to fight through some adversity. So this is what and physical adversity too, coming off the injury for him. Thank you from the Commonwealth.
No doubt. Leo in New York City. New York City. Yeah, Leo, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, buddy?
Kelvin, really nice to have you back, my brother.
Thank you, man.
I got to say, Yeah, I know. I got to say, Rob, I don't know how you do it, and you lost 7 pounds last week with all the cupcake that Keith McPherson gave you. I'm at loss of words.
What'd you say, Leo?
All the cupcakes I had last week.
I guess he
said. Yes. All the cupcake, because Keith McPherson was a huge cupcake for you last week. I mean,
that's
Leo.
Was he?
Yes,
No,
Rob.
You right? Yeah, Rob.
And you calling Martin a cupcake too?
No, Martin is my guy, but last week was tough. I mean, God bless his heart, but that wasn't it. Anyhow.
Wow.
That wasn't it.
Wow.
Come on, that's what you serving them up? That's what you doing, Rob?
Wait a minute. Did Rob G give you this script? What was this?
It is. It's the truth, Rob. It's the truth. Anyways, when it comes to the Chiefs, I feel like resigning Kelce. It's a decent move. I mean, you guys want them to get a new tight end. Guess who's not going to be at training camp? The quarterback. So it's going to be hard to build rapport with the new free agent that they will bring in. That's why they bring someone that already knows the system, already knows the quarterback, and can just seemingly fit in. If Mahomes come back
under Leo, under your logic, you think they can't bring in any rookies then who have never played with Patrick Mahomes? Come on, man.
And plus, Leo, by the way, Leo, they who have a decade of experience together didn't look great together. He caught more passes, but they had I've been telling Rob, and I picked the Chiefs to do pretty well, but I was telling you, early on, man, they're off. They're making weird plays, not drastic plays that show up in the stat sheet, just like, well, why wouldn't he catch that? Usually
and the rookie will be better. The free agent will be better. Come on, guys.
Wait a minute. So wait. So we never seen rookies that play well?
I know. Come on, Leo. That's all right.
They can still draft one.
Right, but I'm just saying.
Or just a young guy they already have. They already had a couple times.
Leo, you know what I'm going to say to you is Keith McPherson was better than you today. Okay? How about that?
Oh, come on. Never, Rob.
Shout out to Leo. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you. All good. Let's go to Andrew in Chicago.
That's funny.
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Andrew?
What up, Rob? It's, major Sox fan over here.
No doubt. No doubt. We saw each other at the ballpark in Chicago. My man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First, I want to say, what are they going to do with those hoodies for Magic City Monday? Are they going to send those to Africa or, the little kids in Haiti?
That's right.
That is funny.
You know what? That's like when they send the New England Patriots Super Bowl champ shirts and the hoodies that they made ahead of time, right?
Well, why you pick the team that won so many? Pick a team that lost.
No, but they lost this past year.
I know
what they lost. All right, go ahead.
Exactly. No, I was going to say, this seems like putting makeup on a pig. You're just trying to make the fans happy. Everybody else has been saying, on paper it looks nice. On Madden, yeah, but, you're kind of not doing anything. You're kind of just let's see when Mahomes gets back. If he's healthy, we can make a run and just – I feel like the Travis Kelce move is just to get the fans more attention to the team, happy, as well as him and his future wifey, him and Taylor Swift, they're going to bring more people to the field. So if we let him go, then we'll lose money. Plus, we're not in a rebuild. We're kind of just in purgatory. I just think it's that.
Appreciate the call, Rob. I don't think it's
Thanks,
much
Andrew.
that. I think it's just Eric Bieniemy. They all got on a call or Zoom or FaceTime. Yeah, baby, we back. And they what we going to do? Remember we used to do it? Remember play XY, Turbo, X1, right? Like that. We're going to do all that. And I think it's more of that. I think they believe.
Yeah, Coach, that did work when I had 2 legs.
Exactly. And I think they're man, there's some more juice in there in the tank. I'm telling you, we can do this again. That's, to me, more than even the fans, more than Taylor Swift, I believe they believe if we all get together, watch what we going to do. That's what I'm thinking. All right, if somebody, speaking of, thinking he might have a little too much juice still in the tank. We'll tell you who. I think he's overstepping his boundaries a little bit. Tell you that in a moment. Right now, Steve DeSager getting you set on what's trending. Hey, Steve.
Hey there, Team USA playing on Fox TV right now in Houston at the World Baseball Classic, hosting Mexico, scoreless after the first inning. Cal Raleigh of the Mariners just struck out with bases loaded to end the bottom of the first. The U.S. starter tonight, Pirates star pitcher Paul Skeens. Each team 2-0, so the winner goes to 3-0 in the tournament after tonight. And right now on FS1, just underway after a rain delay, Cuba at Puerto Rico has started. Winner will be 3-0 in the tournament. Venezuela trying to get to 3-0, up 3-0 against Nicaragua, bottom of the 5th inning. That's on FS2. Dominican Republic at 3-0 eliminated Israel today 10-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. with a grand slam that clinched a quarterfinal spot this weekend for Venezuela as well. South Korea eliminated Australia 7-2 after a key throwing error in the ninth. Korea advanced to the quarterfinals on a tiebreaker. Taiwan is out. The Phillies are giving left-handed pitcher Jesus Luzardo a 5-year extension worth $135 million. Mid-second quarter in the NBA game at Oklahoma City, Thunder leading the Denver Nuggets 51-46, although Aaron Gordon of Denver scored 19 points in the first quarter. At Brooklyn, the Nets are leading Memphis 55-47, about 3 minutes to go second quarter. Nets rookie guard Yegor Damin is out for the season with a foot injury. And at Cleveland, it's the Cavs over Philly 58-44 early third quarter. For Philadelphia, All-Star Tyrese Maxey will miss at least 2 games this week with a sprained finger. Clippers had the late game against New York, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Knicks lost Sunday at the Lakers. LeBron James of L.A. did not practice today. He's missed their last 2 contests, has a bruised hip. He is questionable for Tuesday. Miami's Norman Powell is out again Tuesday with a strained groin. This will be his 6th straight game missed. As for the NFL news, there is plenty. Free agent negotiating window open today. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will sign a 1-year deal with Atlanta. The Dolphins are getting quarterback Malik Willis. The 49ers signed veteran wide receiver Mike Evans. Carolina gets quarterback Kenny Pickett. Quarterback Gardner Minshew is going to the Cardinals. Tennessee picks up quarterback Mitch Trubisky. Chicago is re-signing QB Case Keenum. And the Kansas City Chiefs will sign running back Kenneth Walker. And KC is re-signing tight end Travis Kelce. Back to you.
Hey, Steve, thank you. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. And I told you a whole bunch of stuff happening in the NFL. We got to get to this one in just a second. With the iHeartRadio app, you can stream us wherever you happen to be. You can catch us on all your Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeartRadio app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of your presets in the iHeart app so it will always pop up at the top of your screen. Rob G, listen, we're all about getting money. But dang it, there's somebody who might be overstepping it a little bit in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I can't quite put my finger on why he feels that way. But there's big movings and shakings in Indianapolis. First off, get the housekeeping out of the way. That's more referencing to Rob Park asked me to set the table, in case you guys missed it. Number 1.
Wait a minute,
racist.
What was that?
Number 1.
That is racist.
Alec Pierce.
Number 1.
Their new number 1 wide receiver gets a 4-year, $116 million deal. Wasn't an extension. Technically, it was a free agent move. So he is now the highest paid receiver in NFL free agent history because all the other guys before that were extensions.
41 catches?
That's right. Shout out to Alec Pierce getting all the money there.
Dude, that's insane.
As a byproduct of that, their previous number 1 wide receiver, Michael Pittman Jr., was traded to Pittsburgh because it helps them not only open up receptions for Pierce, but number 2, it opens up $24 million in cap space so they could pay him. All of which leads to one thing.
What's that?
What are they going to do at quarterback? And according to Albert Breer, Sports Illustrated, they'd like to bring back Daniel Jones. In fact, the Colts offered him a deal ranging between $30 and $35 million a season. Of course, Daniel Jones coming off a torn Achilles. Daniel Jones said, no, hell no. According to Albert Breer, his camp wants $50 million a season to be the Colts QB1 moving forward.
Dude, I don't know if he thought he was Quincy Jones, Indiana Jones, Roy Jones Jr., Mike Jones, Tom Jones. Settle down, Daniel Jones. Listen.
Or Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby Jones, he's about to be somewhere else is how I feel if I'm the coach. Listen, he played well in the first 7, 8 games, 10 games. Then all of a sudden, we start to see the real one. Did he forget? We saw where he had a few games where you're like, all right, turnovers, bunch of turnovers, not looking great. And the injury saved him.
It did save him, but he was playing poorly.
That's
he probably would have had a bad finish to the season.
And the injury saved him because you'll go, well, what was it? Was it the last few games that we saw where he didn't look good? Or was it the first 7, 8 where he looked really good, was an MVP, obviously early candidate? So to me, settle down. You just got kicked off a couple of teams prior to this, right? The Giants let you go. The Vikings let you go, and they had a chance to bring you in if they thought you were better than JJ.
And they didn't.
And so now you started off good. We talked about it for a few weeks. Is it them or is it the schedule?
Remember, I wasn't buying them.
You weren't buying them. My thing was they're beating. Obviously, you can't help the schedule, and I thought they had a really good offense, which they did, but they didn't look great. I don't mind bringing them back, but $50 million. You remember the movie Rush Hour? I know you do, Rob G. When he said, "What you think you kidnapped Chelsea Clinton?" He's like, hold on. The ransom was like, $10 million. He's like, y'all ain't kidnapped Chelsea Clinton, the daughter of the Clintons. Hold on, Daniel Jones. You're not Peyton Manning. You're not in this era. You're not, Joe Burrow and Josh Allen, Lamar in the gang. So to me, pump the brakes. They're offering somewhere in the low 30s. I think that's fair and reasonable, considering we only saw a half of a season plus or minus a game.
I would tell him to get lost and take your bum leg with you. I'm dead serious. Are you kidding?
You calling Phillip Rivers back?
No, I'm not calling Phillip Rivers back.
I'm seeing how far are we going with this.
Are you kidding? Seriously. Like you didn't have that season. You started out, like you said, we could break it down and show you. That's right. We'll break it down. Against the bad teams that they played when they got fat on their schedule.
Yeah.
And then when they started playing better teams, come on, Kelvin, you can't deny it.
Turning it over.
Yes, he was playing poorly and all that. And then all of a sudden, Rob G, you got the breakdown. It was not a pretty picture. 51
I don't even know where he has the cojones
the gall, the audacity.
Hey, man don't speak, you don't eat, all right? You ask for whatever they want, Rob. Shout out to Kawhi Leonard. If they give it to you, that's their problem.
That's right.
Don't
blame Kawhi.
Don't blame Kawhi. All right, you guys mentioned it.
I wanted to fight you so bad on that one.
The first 8 games of the season, Indiana Jones, 7-1, 13 touchdowns, 3 picks, was in MVP conversation.
Not mine.
But
you're right.
In the odds. Like Lamar Mitchell's like, we got to put him up on the board.
Yeah.
He's having too good of a season. He gets nicked up a little bit, decides to play through it, and defenses kind of catch up to what they're doing. The rest of the way, 1-4, 6 touchdowns, 5 picks. The one win was an overtime win over the Atlanta Falcons. Losses to the Steelers, the Chiefs, the Jags, and the Texans.
And
Look at that.
How many fumbles though? Don't you you don't have the fumbles number?
I have the fumbles here. He lost 3 fumbles there in that second bad stretch.
And look at it. Every team you name.
So 3 lost fumbles and 5 interceptions.
Yep, so 6 touchdowns, 8 turnovers.
And every team you name he lost to down that stretch was a playoff team, stands for the Chiefs, and they were right there, towards the end, obviously. But my point is the higher caliber teams.
And the teams he beat, well, it's got to be fair, though. He beat the Dolphins, beat the brakes off of them, beat the Broncos by 1 point, beat the Titans, lost to the Rams, beat my Raiders by 34 points, goddamn. Beat the Cardinals, beat the Chargers, beat the Titans again.
Okay.
So look at that. One team, the Chargers, and they were slumping, with all the offensive line issues, and the Broncos by 1.
But that was it. It really was a little smoke and mirrors, and I'm not. They were winning, but nobody. People weren't. You had to see the whole movie. Do you know what I mean? The beginning was good, but the whole movie you had to see with Daniel Jones. The idea that he could ask for $50-something million.
To me, he absolutely deserves.
He's been stealing money for a long time. He got that Giants money when they gave him the money instead of Saquon. I mean, they like him because somebody likes him because they keep giving him money, and I can't figure it out. Because if you look at his career,
Kirk Cousins effect.
His career numbers just don't warrant it.
Kirk Cousins isn't he the highest paid quarterback of all time right now? And obviously, it changes every 2 years, but I believe Kirk Cousins has made crazy money. Crazy. And that's Daniel Jones is going to look at the end of his career. We're all going to be like, wait, how did Daniel Jones make $240 million in NFL?
Which is just,
you know what I mean? Because he's going to get one more deal even after this one at some point, even if it's not crazy, if it's just, 3 years, 50, 60 million. But that's being a quarterback there's not 64 of them, right? There's 32 starting and everybody needs a backup. And there's not 64 just walking around on earth. So guys get money. Even backups get crazy money. I told you we did the math on a guy like Chase Daniels. Made like $40 million in his career. He never even had to do anything. So, yeah, I'm flabbergasted that he would ask for that much. You'd think maybe he's asking, they want low 30s, he wants low 50s, they meet in, at 40, and that's kind of just a negotiation.
I'm not meeting him anywhere. Are you kidding me? I'm not. Are you? No, I'm not
meeting
you.
You ain't meeting at dinner at that steakhouse at 8?
This was a one-night stand, and you know what? It's a done deal. I'm not entering that ever again. I'm done.
That was a good one.
Okay,
Rob, that was a good one. That's it. He did Daniel Jones one-night stand.
That's all it was. I mean, we needed something that night, and we did what we had to do. But we are not wifing
That boy said he walked out
Rob,
of Magic City looking
caution.
for something. He was that Denzel. I'm leaving here with something.
Look at Alex saying,
Ha 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 ha. Good one.
That was a good one, though. Yeah, Daniel Jones got to relax. And I know his agent is obviously agenting, trying to get the most, but he definitely has to relax. And you know what? Rob G, money ain't always everything. Somebody said, hey, I know you offered me great money. I just want to go somewhere else. Tell you who we're talking about. It is the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Magic City Monday, Fox Sports Radio.
Two NBA players that are historically played very hard are LeBron James and Steph Curry.
LeBron James.
They were supposed to square off on Saturday night on prime time on ABC. Problem is, Steph's still dealing with the knee injury. Lakers roll by 30. That's not the story. The story is that before that game, on Friday afternoon, Steve Kerr was on the radio in the Bay talking to a friend of ours, Mark Willard. Shout out to Mark Willard.
Shout out to Saw him at San Francisco. Did you guys see him?
That's what I did see, Mark Willard. He
Shout
used
out
to be
to
my
Mark.
old partner
He
when I
worked with
first
everybody
started here.
He literally had. Like, I've done shows with him, Mark. Yes.
Legitimate friend of the show. So Kerr was on Willard's radio show, 98.7 The Game, and Willard asked Kerr, tell us, in your opinion, how you think the game has changed, or how these two specifically have changed the game of basketball in their 20 years or so in the NBA. Here's Kerr's response. Take a listen.
Steph has changed the game dramatically with the shooting. I mean, for all the reasons we know. I don't know that LeBron has changed the game as much as Steph, but he sort of took the mantle from, Kobe and Michael Jordan, that guy who is just head and shoulders above everybody athletically, but he's taken it to a new level with the versatility in his game. There's just never been a player like him.
You want to go? You want me to go?
Go ahead.
This is one of those. Steve Kerr is wrong. Steve Kerr is right. Here's what I mean. If we're talking just the actual X's and O's, I will absolutely say Steph Curry has changed the game of basketball. Have you seen a court? Any court? I coached my daughter's YMCA basketball a year or so ago, and what do I see? Little kids jacking up half-court shots, everybody shooting three. Literally, as I just said that, 2 different games going on over here, 2 different guys shooting threes. Steph Curry changed the game and got guys that take bad shots that they really shouldn't because, Steph, along with analytics, say 3 is better than 2 and I should shoot this and blah, blah, blah. So absolutely Steph Curry is changing in that regard. Where I will say LeBron changed it is more so on the court and off the court and larger things. I'll explain what I mean. LeBron brought in the player empowerment movement for better, for worse, whether you like it, you love it. LeBron started I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to do this. Let's team up. People don't like it, but that's what happened. LeBron had changed the game in that he was become very, very vocal about things that a superstar at that point lately we started to have where they didn't say anything. And he became very vocal. He was talking about a lot of social justice issues. In fact, having issues with our current president, the first administration, going back and forth. So LeBron became very vocal, and you started to see guys right up under him start to speak out, including a Steph Curry, speaking out from time to time. So I believe LeBron in a larger scale change things for the bigger player, the more independence for the player, the more beneficial things for the players in the league and as a whole. The actual gameplay, I do agree that Steph Curry is changing more because everybody can't walk around, Rob, 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 240, 50, 60, best jumper, fastest dude in the league, strong, is top 5 strong dude in the league. That's a freak of nature. But what I can do is fire up some shots. What I can do is dribble, and then shoot. What I can do, come off some screens and shoot. And that was what Steph Curry enabled everybody to do. In college, as we watch, whenever TV has college on, high school, down to just pickup games. People are shooting shots that they never would have before. Those shots would have, if you play ball back in my day, you would have been on the bench. It's a bad shot. Absolutely, Steph Curry changed the game in that regard.
But he changed the game in a bad way. And people can talk about LeBron and player empowerment and some of the other stuff that he was involved in and whatnot that happened. He partly wrecked the All-Star game by not taking part in it and kind of downplaying it, and people followed his lead, and there's other stuff. But Steph Curry changed the game for the worst. Like, Steph Curry has a stain on the game.
No way.
And I don't
that was the fastest break ever, Alex. I got in there and did 11 crunches. That's it. Man, we ain't had to pay no bills. It's the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. For over 40 years, Tire Rack has been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free. Backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com. Rob, you know it is the way tire buying should be. Speculation had been, what will Mike Evans do? I think we talked about it even before I left last week, where the conversation was around, he gave the stipulations. I need a quarterback that can do this. I need a team that's going to do this.
Man.
I need a this and a this. It's like, first of all, we have just about everything you need. Like, yeah, it was a down season the second half for them, injuries and this, but they've been competitive. You got a quarterback that's been really good, and you have a great rapport with him, and that's when you kind of knew the writing was on the wall for him to just come out. And he's been relatively kind of a quiet and professional guy throughout his career. So for him to just Mike Evans to come out and kind of make that random those stipulations out of the blue was like, oh, okay. His agent, he needs this. Mike needs this. That kind of let me know, okay, this is going to end because you're publicly doing that, especially when your team relies on you and you're that guy. But you've been injured a lot too last couple of years.
Hello, and that's the whole point. Like, I think they were like, he had a great run with us. Sometimes you got to move on.
Well, they offered him some good money though. They wanted him around. They said their statement was he meant so much to his organization. What they've been saying, is that we want him around, what he means to the team, and they offered him some good money. That let me know, Rob, that this one was actually more of an indictment on Todd Bowles and kind of what he believes about maybe him as the coach or him as that offense. They've had multiple offensive coordinators in the last handful of seasons with Baker. And so to me, it just was very telling that I think he wanted to go to San Francisco and link up with Purdy and Kyle Shanahan, where he's winning 10 games.
Yeah, but he's won a Super Bowl. They haven't won anything.
But that's the point. I think he wants to.
But I'm just saying, like they won a Super Bowl.
They have. He has one. Tom Brady ain't walking back to that door.
But the 49ers haven't won anything. You could go and say, oh, this and that. We could go now. Shanahan and those guys have been there for a while now. Like, they haven't won a Super Bowl. They're closer to never winning a Super Bowl with that group, like as the years go on.
The Bucs?
No, the 49ers, I'm just saying in general. How many years has Shanahan been there, right, since the Falcons?
8 maybe?
Since the Falcons lost to the Patriots, right? He took the job the next year. Is all I'm saying is they're not new. They haven't been there like 2 years. They've been there for
I think that's the
a
point.
while.
So this is my thinking. He's looking at Kyle Shanahan, and he's saying, man, with Brock Purdy, they go to Super Bowls. With them, they regularly NFC Championship game. Without them,
they've been there. They've been there 9 years, going on 10. All I'm saying is it's a lot longer than you think. And they haven't gotten there is all I'm saying.
But if you're Mike Evans, you feel like I can be that missing piece, or at least I have a chance. And to me, that's what I'm saying. I think it screams he doesn't buy into Todd Bowles and what they're doing.
But to me, it makes no sense to move on when you've won a Super Bowl. Like you won. You've been a part.
Isn't that the reason to leave?
No,
I've already won mine here.
You've been a part, and I think the only reason is sometimes when you get long in the tooth or in that later on in your career, it becomes a ego thing where somebody offers you, they want you a little bit more, they offer you a little bit more money, and you feel like, oh, they don't appreciate me here. It was when Dwayne Wade left and went to the Bulls. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like that was, and then he wound up going back to Miami because he knew that was an ego thing. He wanted a certain amount of money from Miami. They wouldn't give it to him. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm going back to my hometown. I'm going to play for the Bulls. Disaster. Am I right?
They bet good because them knees.
But that was an
was
an absolute disaster, and that's where people's feelings. Same thing. Klay Thompson could have stayed in Golden State for a little less money. Oh, here comes Dallas. Blah blah blah, and there you go. You wind up making a decision going somewhere, and that's all. And I look at Mike Evans in the same vein as Dwayne Wade and Klay Thompson. I'm serious. Where you get your feelings hurt, you deserve. Like, how come they're not taking care of me? I should. Somebody else wants me more, and that's what it is. I just the 49 almost 10 years of Shanahan.
But okay. Here's my thing. I agree they haven't won, and if you're the 49ers, you'd say, man,
I'm just saying, when Shanahan got there, ain't no way if I would have told you they won a Super Bowl in 10 years with him there, you wouldn't buy that.
I think Mike Evans is going, what team is better? What team, no matter what happens, somehow they win 10, 11, 12 games, or at least, and it just seems like they're always right there in the hunt. And I think that's what he's doing. Because, Rob, to what you're saying, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in that division, NFC South, I mean, are the Panthers going to improve or are they going to go backwards a little bit? Do we buy into the Falcons? Is Tua going to start? Like, what are you? So you would think staying in that division, all you got to win is 8-9 games. You got a chance to get in the postseason with the Bucs, but he still wants out. And so to me, I think it's screaming at Todd Bowles. Maybe it's what you're saying that feeling slighted, but they say they actually made him a really good offer and that they really let him know, we still want you here. You mean a lot to this organization.
Yeah, but it wasn't the offer that he got. That's all I get it, and I'm not saying the 49ers are a bad team to go to, but I don't know, Rob G. I'll just ask you with the 49ers, aren't you a little surprised? It's been almost 10 years, you know what I mean? And they've had teams, and they've gone to the Super Bowl twice. Mm-hmm. And I think that people thought that Shanahan and them would have won a Super Bowl by now.
Yeah, for sure. Like, they're one of those teams similar to the Pittsburgh Steelers, like of the NFC, is that they're always going to be in the mix. They're never going to be bad.
Right.
And I think that if you were a San Francisco 49ers fan or just a fan of football, you would assume when you're knocking on the door that often, you would broke through at least once. And they haven't. And during that time, the Eagles, who were downtrodden for, 40 years, got 2. You know, the Seahawks have got a couple.
You might put a little extra sauce on that.
But you know what I mean? Like, they have been long suffering, for, allegedly for a long time. The Seahawks got a couple. The Rams got one.
Broncos were a few plays going back when they went with Peyton, and they almost won this year.
And you would think that a team like San Francisco, with their history, with the amount of talent on their roster, the way that they're discussed, not just in media, but in NFL circles, that they would have broken through one time. And
that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Do you then, though, say, we're right there? Like, because to your point, we keep being there.
No, I'm looking at it saying that they're not going to get there. That's my – when I look at the 49ers, as they keep losing players and things keep going on and Christian McCaffrey getting older, I'm looking at it going, no. Like, their window, I know people, they're closed. No, I think their window after 10 years – I don't think they're ever going to get there.
I think they're right there.
This is Andy Reid and the Eagles, who never won. They were close, and they kept winning, but they couldn't win the big game. I'm saying that's right.
Bottom of the third inning, just underway in Houston at the World Baseball Classic on Fox TV. Mexico and Team USA scoreless. In the first inning, Cal Raleigh of the Americans struck out with bases loaded to end the frame. Bottom of the second, the U.S. had a runner thrown out at the plate. But in the top of the third, U.S. team captain Aaron Judge threw out a Mexican runner at third to end the inning. Pitcher Paul Skeens, the starter from the Pirates for the Americans tonight. Among the NBA games this evening, halftime at Oklahoma City, Thunder leading Denver 66-60 despite 21 points from the Nuggets' Aaron Gordon. LeBron James of the Lakers did not practice today. He's missed their last two games with a bruised hip. He is questionable for Tuesday. As for the NFL news, and there's plenty, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will sign a one-year deal with Atlanta. The 49ers get wide receiver Mike Evans. The Chiefs get running back Kenneth Walker. I'm Steve DeSager.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
What is this, number 2 or
Number 3?
Number 3.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry. Hour number 3. I'm so discombobulated.
Were you in the Bahamas with me?
No, it's bad because this Magic City thing got my panties
You
in a
are.
bunch.
Got your G-string in a bunch?
I am not happy.
Not Rob, Alex. Not Rob going to be on the court dancing. Just think about, well, we need something. We've already got people here. Rob, you love the place. You willing to do this?
He emphasized the D. Alex, they sold out the place overnight.
Wow.
And now
I was
what?
like, gracious, bodacious, flirtatious.
It is the Odd Couple.
Looking for the. I said, I'm
hour
looking
number
for the.
3 on a Magic City Monday, and we will never give up the Magic City Monday.
Hell no.
Ever, 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 ever. We don't care. Adam Silver, stay away from Fox Sports Radio on the Odd Couple. You can be a bad commissioner for a bad league. All right, I'm sorry. I'm just so worked.
Wait, at least finish doing the read.
All right.
Are you going to have Rob G set the table or not? No. Rob G, he might not. He's so fired up, you might not even have to set the table.
All right, hold on.
You're
okay,
cool.
hold on. When the cold weather sets in,
I'm out.
everyday aches and pains can linger, but Aleve got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you going. With the long-lasting body pain relief this winter, try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains. All right? Vinny Bonsignore from the California Post, a senior NFL columnist, he joins us coming up.
Sound more excited.
In about 27 minutes, and we also have last call.
Look at you. You weren't even going. Rob G, Alex, I could only imagine how Rob would feel if he would bought his ticket to this game.
Because you remember, I can't go because of jury duty.
Yeah.
I was going to go to Atlanta, and I got jury duty on Monday. I don't know if they're going to select me or not, but I'm going to tell you, my heart was broken when I heard the news today that Magic City Monday was officially canceled by that weasel NBA commissioner, Adam Silver. The killjoy, the guy who doesn't care about the Atlanta community and the institutions that make that city what it is.
Y'all in this
My
institution
heart
work.
bleeds to all the people who bought hoodies, who bought tickets, who were looking to have Lou Williams lemon pepper wings,
Honey barbecue, yeah.
honey
Lemon
barbecue, and
yeah.
all that, who were ready for this. They didn't have people who were like, I'm not buying tickets to that. I'm not taking part to this chicanery and deviltry or whatever you want to call it. Instead, read the room, Adam Silver. The only people who didn't care about it or didn't want it, weren't from Atlanta. They always sticking their nose in Atlanta business. This ain't no NBA event.
Says the person who's in L.A.
This is the person. This is the Atlanta This was an Atlanta event. Sometimes you do special things in special cities for people because you know how it resonates with people. How dare you take this away from the people of Atlanta? I'm sick to my stomach. If I could talk to Adam Silver right now,
I have a feeling what you would say. Can I tell you what you would say?
It would not be pretty.
Tell him, Alex. You would say, what would the 5 fingers say to the face?
What did the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
I think you would slap Adam Silver right now.
Slap!
I can't believe how upset you are. Here's the best part. The best part is, Elijah, put the camera on me. My partner is really sad, y'all. Like, not tongue-in-cheek, I'm doing this for radio, hamming it up sad. He's been in a mood all day. I didn't want to call him out. It has been 2 hours and 5 minutes of you not being the same. First, I was wondering if it was your bad scrimps, messed your stomach up or something.
No,
it is you upset that you can't go. First of all, you couldn't go, but because of jury duty. But that this won't. You're so mad. You're mad for the people who were even going to go.
Yes, because
that
they
you can
bought
live
tickets.
vicariously through them.
They sold out. I wanted a Hardy.
Now, let's go a little further into this. This is what I was telling you. I've been in Atlanta a gazillion times. My sister lives in Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Lord willing, I live another 50 years, but if I never live in Atlanta, I'll be shocked because you couldn't have told 20-year ago Kelvin that he would never live in Atlanta. I know what Magic City is. I know what it means to people. I know what that whole lifestyle, not even just Magic City. You got all of the other clubs like that, what it means to them out there. However, Rob, this is what I was telling you. The NBA is a massive corporation, billions and billions of dollars that's tied to other massive corporations, whether it be soda companies and pop companies and candy and chips and, Ford and all this other stuff. And again, my whole thing was, I'm not shocked Atlanta wanted to do this. I'm not shocked the Hawks wanted to do this and went ahead. I kept telling you I was shocked the NBA was okay with them doing this. Not Magic City saying we're going to have an Atlanta Hawk night. The Atlanta Hawks saying we're going to have a Magic City night because, again, while you're okay and other people okay, and hey, if that's what you want to do, more power to you, go to the strip club. That's your prerogative. The difference is you're tying it to the NBA, and that's why I was shocked that it was happening. Not shocked that the Hawks would want to do it or that at the city of Atlanta, more shocked that the NBA would be okay with the linking and the correlating the two and tying them together. That's what shocked me, Rob.
Can I give you this?
Yes.
My NBA CWPFs, you know what that stands for, Rob G and Alex? CWPFs.
Pizza-ish. PS.
Rob G.
What you think, Rob?
Come on.
I can't think.
Alex, CWPF. CWPF.
Close, warm, personal friends?
Yes, there you
okay.
go. Rob G is the winner. My NBA CWPF.
Uh-huh.
Can I read you what I got?
Yeah, I want to know.
Horrible public relations by the NBA to cave. 100%. Never should have got to the stage of this without the league at least signing off on something of this magnitude. I don't believe that people are doing their own thing and the NBA doesn't know anything going on.
This is why I don't agree with this. This is why I was telling you.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
And here's number 2. For my CWPL.
Mm-hmm.
The league probably had no real position on it until all the pushback started, and then that's when the league got involved. They roll with, if nobody said anything, it would have rolled.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
But my idea is then that's not the way a league should run. A league should have their own standards, and you should have to clear things through a league. I don't care what night it is, right? I think, Rob G, am I lying? Andy Furman, when he was at a racetrack in Alabama, he had a Ku Klux Klan night. If you wore a sheet, you got in for free. And he got fired off of that, didn't he?
But here's the difference.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
It's like somebody could have said, Andy,
that's doing you going too far.
that ain't going to be.
At that point, I think you wanted the severance package.
Okay,
like you knew what was coming there.
But you get my point to this was the NBA. It never should have reached this to where you feel like you have to cave into anything. It's just.
But that's why I'm saying, and I've been saying to you, I'm not so sure the NBA fully understood what was going on from the jump. Because there's
but what is to fully understand is to have wings, to sell hoodies, and celebrate. No, it's not.
It is the association. Rob, I get it. It's gonna be awesome. It's twerking and dancing, having fun.
It's a legal establishment.
But I don't have to be tied
business.
to it.
It's a legal. It's a one night thing.
I don't
that only
have to
fits
be
in.
tied.
If you told me it was the Bazooki Bar in downtown Detroit, maybe I got an issue with it. That's not a landmark in Atlanta.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Okay?
is
It's
sitting there
totally
like, I have a
different.
dream that one day. I can't believe, again, you're correct. The city of Atlanta loves Magic City.
It is totally different.
That is 1,000% accurate.
You know what? Fans down there in Atlanta could have easily shown their displeasure by not buying tickets. I'm not going. I'm not taking my family. I'm calling up, returning my tickets. I want tickets for another game. That is not what happened.
But
but that is not, and that's what I'm talking about. Reading the room. If you would have got a pushback from your season ticket holders or people who refused to buy the tickets,
I got a
they didn't
pushback from bigger people, Rob.
because they didn't want to be
you
involved.
Start getting pushback from the season ticket holders, from massive corporate people that spend millions and millions and millions of dollars.
What do they care about that? That has nothing to do with it.
Because I'm being tied to an illegal
business.
No,
it's not illegal.
It doesn't.
They pay taxes.
There
I will
are
stand
plenty of
there
legal
any
businesses
day.
that,
I
for
will
instance,
stand
let's
there.
say this.
Gambling is okay though.
Right,
If you're a Christian, a lot of people don't believe in gambling.
Absolutely.
How many times on this show, Rob G, we talked to Chris, who's not into the gambling thing because of his religious beliefs.
Rob.
But that don't stop Chris from covering the NBA.
But an NBA might not also have a militia night, where technically your Second Amendment allows you to have AR rifles and be in militias.
The Texas Rangers just put up a statue of a guy who stopped black people from going to school. That's what the Texas Rangers did.
And what I'm saying, and guess what? There could be backlash to that, and eventually, guess what they may have to do? Take that down. So I'm not arguing what is legal. What I'm saying is you don't have to. The league may not want to, and this is what I was saying. Tie themselves to that. And not that they might, you know what the league might even do? The league might come in Atlanta, look around and say, where are we going tonight? And end up at Magic City. But the league, again, doesn't want to tie their corporations to, at the end of the day, Rob, I know you love it. I know you have a ball. I know, dang it, they're Dagner, a friend of the show, partner of the show. But Magic City, for you, say this institution, and it is in Atlanta, but it is also, at the end of the day, a strip club. That's what it is. And I can see, I said it then, where the NBA may want to say, and their sponsors say, can we just not be tied to a strip club?
I get that. But I think what you're not being fair about is that the league, in order to have a Magic City logo with the Hawks logo, the league has to know where the logo is being placed. On what to act like they didn't know what was going on is just not real. I can't believe that the league didn't know.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually don't know who does their nights. Like even the Lakers,
when they take the logo, it's like even the NFL. If a player has a deal with something, sometimes they wear the uniform because the league is signed off. And when the league doesn't get any money, guess what? They don't have a.
What I'm
fake
saying is, I don't know for sure. And Rob G, I might shoot off a couple of texts during the break to some people who connected to teams. I'm saying I genuinely don't know if a team has a night. If the leagues, I think they're entrusting you to have your night, like the Dodgers do Family Faith Night. Then they'll do this night. They'll do Latino, Mexican Heritage Night. They'll do African American. I don't know that they have to get those signed off. I think it's an inherent, we trust you. You're going to do the right thing. Enjoy your night. When there's pushback, when there's controversy, it obviously rises to the league's office. Hold on, what's going on? Where, when, who, when, where, why? And then I think the league says, oh, no, we can't do that. But I don't think they go through 41 nights in the NBA, 81 in the MLB, and go through every 30 teams, 32, depending on the league. I think they say, we're going to trust you to have nights that are, fairly tame and fun and family-friendly nights.
They got cheerleaders who are half naked at the Hawks game. And now all of a sudden you're sitting here telling me those women can shake their booties during halftime or during a timeout, But to have a Magic City night? Come on. Don't tell me that.
Rob,
your kids are going to games and they got women that don't have any clothes on.
You don't know what eyes I'm covering.
You guys are all phony and fake. And come on, what are you talking about? Most of the teams have cheerleaders with nothing on. Who is that for? Those are for the kids too? Those are for the men who come to NBA games and want to be entertained.
Maybe
they're not about the 8 and 9 year olds.
The ladies could be looking at dance
or
moves,
those girls
Rob.
handing out crayons and comic books. No. They're shaking their booty, and now all of a sudden, because it's Magic City, you're showing up saying, this is the worst thing in the world.
How much more booty?
I can't believe it. What are we doing?
How much more booty shaking you need?
I'm just saying.
You just said we got it every game.
You already have booty shaking at the game.
Listen.
All right, I want to hear from the people.
Listen, and you know there's levels to booty shaking. By the way, Rob, let's talk. If we're going to be real, Magic City booty shaking is not the same as the liquor girls booty shaking. But I'm saying T.I. doing a halftime show, and if T.I. is going to do it, let's talk about it. If T.I. is going to do it, T.I. is going to do it right. And he's going to have them out there. And you know what I'm talking about. He might be canceled. I don't know if he's thinking, but when he was doing Magic City night, you know he was going to have them out there. And them dancing ain't going to be the same as the Atlanta Hawks cheerleader chanting, yeah, Hawks. Is not going to be the same as Magic City dancing. Dang it, you know it. There's levels to the shaking.
877-99 on Fox, 877-996-6369. Whose side are you on?
The inevitability side. I told you this was going to happen.
The Killjoy, Adam Silver, or Magic City and the right to have a night at the Hawks game in Atlanta.
Well, baby, those are singles. That's called making it rain. Like outside? No, baby. Well, the dollar bills.
No dollars.
Dollar bills come from the sky because the dudes threw a bunch of money in the air.
It's the Odd Couple on Fox Sports Radio, where we deliver insight and booty shaking.
Calm it down. Bring it down. free insight.
Not noise. Right here on Fox Sports Radio.
Hey, Rob G, we talked about the Chiefs. We talked about who else we talked about? We talked about Mike Evans, Tua. You more fired up about this than anything else.
Stick and stay.
Unless you got something against ass shaking in the US of A.
Rob G, Magic City Monday for us. Magic City Monday in 2 weeks for the Atlanta Hawks, and not everybody's in on it.
Yeah, big deal in case you missed the story. Magic City Monday, the world-famous gentlemen's club in Atlanta. Magic City night. T.I.'s going to perform at halftime. They're going to serve lemon pepper wings. They're going to make
the hoodies.
Lou Williams lemon pepper barbecue wings. It's going to be a whole thing, right?
See, that sounds better to me than just regular old drop.
So it was a big talking point on this show because Magic City Monday is a brand name for us, which they stole. We'll get into that later.
That's right. Trademark infringement.
And as excited as he gets, I'm not sure he's not like a 0.1% owner.
Big facts.
The way you get so excited.
Big facts.
The look on your face last week we started talking about this.
Considering the way y'all got into it, you can assume that there's going to be people around the league who also felt some kind of way about it, right? Well, Luke Cornett, the backup center of the San Antonio Spurs, wrote a lengthy blog post about Magic City Monday, and he is calling on the NBA and their constituents to cancel it. And here's what he said. I'm going to read it in part. The NBA should desire to protect and esteem women, many of whom work diligently every day to make this best basketball league in the world. We should promote an atmosphere that is protective and respectful of the daughters, wives, sisters, mothers, and partners that we know and love. Allowing this night to go forward without protest would reflect poorly on us as an NBA community, specifically in being complicit in the potential objectification and mistreatment of women in our society.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Backup center should be heard, should be seen, not heard. How's that? You want to talk about misreading the room? And we talked about it. Sell out overnight. What is sell out in record?
Yeah, record time.
Record time. This is unique to this community. I'm dead serious. And you know this. I've been going there since the 90s, okay? It's a different place. I don't go to just any old place anytime I'm on the road. I don't. That is a place that has a connection with the community. And I'm not surprised that it sold out. There weren't people there picketing or saying that, women's groups could have easily done that and come on down on the Hawks, but you kind of got to know, and I think he's misguided here. And here's the other part that I have a big issue with. Where was your blog or your lengthy blog about gambling? And you know why there's no blog about gambling? Because gambling's legal, right? And the NBA's in bed with gambling. And guess what? So is working at a strip club. They pay taxes. It's a legal business. It's not illegal. If it's illegal, he has a leg to stand on. You might not want to take part in it, which I respect and I have no issue with. It's a legal business. This is how women in that place or whoever make money. They got to pay for school. They got to give diapers.
Are we ever going to get rid of that theory?
I'm just saying.
This ain't, you said 92 whenever you started going.
91.
This is 91. They just making money now. School schmool. And I ain't saying nobody.
You don't know that anybody.
That's why I just said I don't know. Well, you would know better than I. But let's not act like that. It's a new. What used to be taboo, all you got to do is turn on your Instagram. Somebody either they're there partying, Mary agrees, they're either there participating, having fun, or they're dancing, or they're girls who wish they were dancing like the dancer. It's a whole, what used to be taboo and underground is no longer the case. It's very popular. So to lead to your point, all the songs that they mention, they mentioned Magic City and all that, and you hear them all, especially in Atlanta artists for the last 20 years, they've been rapping about it. But my point is, I told you, I don't have a problem with, if that's your personal preference. You want to go out? I don't have a problem with. Who am I to tell somebody what they need to do?
Right, you do your life, and this is not something you've never been there, right?
My only thing. No.
Would you go?
No. Those days are, when I was like, back in the day, I tried, they laughed at us because we were all young. They were like, how much y'all think about it?
Did you go in there?
No, I'm saying they laughed at the idea of like, because, we did like however much it was. We were like, it was packed. I don't even remember what event. So those days that's not my era now. But my biggest thing is, I get it. I knew Atlanta would love it. I told you that. Atlanta will be all in. It's a big deal. But I just thought then when we talked about it, that the NBA being tied to it is just one of those you can, but should you? But you can because it's legal and it's no big deal.
But there's OnlyFans also sponsoring events, like sporting events. OnlyFans.
Specifically the NBA. I'm not saying they're not sponsoring axe throwing.
No. But I'm just saying, like, the whole thing has changed. If this was 25 years, I would agree with you. But once you lay down with the gambling and that thing,
let me answer that because that's the point.
What moral ground are you standing on?
But no, I'm glad you said that because I agree. We've talked about the gambling, the prop betting. We've done that. Fox Sports Radio, it's the Odd Couple. So, the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on the Magic City Monday. This is Glorilla, and we all love her. And I said, would y'all go to the concert with me? Alex just said, only if I pay for him to get dreads or braided up or something.
Yeah, then I'll go.
Well, at that point, let's get you braids, some cornrows, get you some grills. You just go full Memphis.
Oh, I'll go on stage.
Well, how do you say the word music, though? Let me hear it.
Music.
You already know. You got to say music. To be from Memphis. It is the Odd Couple, by the way. If you missed any of today's show, you can always check out the pod. As always, greatly appreciated if you do. Rob G will get that up. You can also check out the YouTube as well. Elijah got us up looking good. And Vinny Bonsignore is getting ready to join us about 5 minutes or so. California Post senior NFL columnist. We'll talk some NFL with him. Right now, getting back to Rob keeps wanting to talk about this. He was excited, then he was excited, then he was not happy. Now you've been grumpy all day.
I'm sick over this.
No, y'all, look at me. He really is.
877-99 on Fox if you want to get in. We want to get to as many people as possible. Q in Arizona. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Q?
Listen, I remember one time University of Kansas booked Snoop Dogg for a family night. Okay? That's Snoop Dogg. What was you? They had poles, women.
I do remember this. You're right. I do remember
like,
this.
Come on, man. You know what it is. And you sit up here saying, "Oh, Magic City." Somebody had to knew what Magic City was.
Right.
No.
Come
They
on, man.
knew. The woman is on the board. One of the women was Rob G. What's her title?
She's an owner.
She's a part owner,
right?
Is a board member. What's she like? Fully knows Magic City. Like fully.
You know what the hell it is. So stop playing.
She created the documentary of stars about them. That's what I'm trying to say.
Thank you.
No. The Hawks know what it is. It's not the Hawks. It's the league approved. The Hawks fully know what it is.
Hey, Johnny in Virginia, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Johnny?
What a shame, what a shame, what a shame. I mean, Magic City was bringing a whole new meaning to load management. I mean, this is
Hey, Johnny, I thought it was going to be the first time all season that players play. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, don't do that. I know what you said last time.
You know what, Rob? Rob,
yes.
Unfortunately, the coupons you use to buy your tickets are non-refundable. This is a shame. You can't do this kind of stuff to the fans.
It's terrible. It is terrible. And they sold out in
record fashion. Listen, nobody is questioning that the city of Atlanta or at least 16, 15, 13,000 people want to go. Thank you, Johnny. We know that.
Tim in Atlanta, he's a man of the cloth, and Tim is probably rejoicing.
He is. You're about to say, Tim, you about to say the prayers of the righteous availeth much?
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio, Chili. What's up?
You know the word, don't you, Kelvin? You know that scripture. No. But so let me just, I've been here in Atlanta for almost 20 years. I'm not from here, but I've been living and working here for about almost 20 years now. So here's the thing. The four biggest sports attractions in pretty much in the metro area are the UGA football team, then the Braves, then the Falcons, then the Hawks, right? And that's just kind of the way it goes. The Hawks are kind of on the bottom of the totem pole.
Yep.
But realistically, and not, we're just going to keep it real. We brothers, we're going to keep it real here. Folks that attend, that are more apt to attend the Hawks games or more apt to people that, are cool with Magic City. And so the Hawks kind of catering to their fans that come to their games. That's pretty much how it flows. And, I'm okay with it. It's not, I don't believe in, I don't do strip clubs. And of course, you know how I feel about stuff like that. But right. I'm not going to, if that's what people want to do, everybody has free will. Mm-hmm. But I just think the Hawks were catering to their fans. I think that's what it was about. It wasn't about that they were trying to, offend or do anybody. But the people that come to their games are typically the people. Not everybody, but it's
I get what you're saying. It's an audience that will match.
Right. They know their crowd.
Venn diagram.
Exactly. Kevin in Culver City, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Kev? How are you?
God is good.
All the time.
All the time, except when they're not things aren't going on.
No, that's the point, Robbie. All the time, even through the good times, the bad times. When we get what we want, when we don't get what we want.
Okay, I got it.
Hey, man. I am so mad about this. I'm so pissed about this. I'm so passionate about this. You know how many All-Star games I've been going to where I've seen strippers at the airport getting ready to go to the All-Star
games? Yeah, we all saw that back in the day.
Strippers at All-Star games. Stripping is part of basketball like the slam dunk is. And you're talking about a strip club off establishment outside the arena. This is a night to honor Magic City, who has serviced the Atlanta area and the NBA for years with clients. It's not sex trafficking. And Luke Cornett, you can't tell a woman what to do with her body. A woman, an owner of the Hawks, promoted this event. So stop it. Stop with the hypocrisy, Adam Silver, and grow a spine. Strippers have been part of basketball since the basketball NBA has started. It's a damn shame, and it's a great night to honor the hip-hop black culture of Atlanta. It's not the NFL. It's not the MLB. It's the NBA, and Magic City is NBA. Stop, Silver. I'm stopping my league pass subscription if they don't reverse this rule. It's a damn shame.
I hear you, Kevin. I love the passion, my man. You with me.
Ain't nobody saying he only doing that because the Lakers don't look good right now. That's the only reason why he doing it. He ain't doing it because of this.
Nah, I love it. Thank you,
Kevin. Appreciate you.
Don't be mad at him because he got.
No, I'm not mad at him.
He's passionate about it. It is hypocritical. It's terrible. It's the worst. Like Adam Silver, I'd say he's the worst commissioner in sports.
Oh, I don't even want to know what you. Okay. That's why I told you.
He's even more so.
What you gonna say? What is Rob gonna say to him when he see Adam Silver? 5 fingers say to the face. What is it? This is what you gonna say. Slap. Hi, I'm glad to be on with the Odd Couple right now. Slap. You gonna slap?
All I know is you got an update coming up, right?
I do, man. It's right now.
And Aaron Judge went deep.
He did. Well, hold on now. Don't talk to me.
You got a tissue for me?
That sounded crazy. Don't look at my eyes and say that like that.
Wait, how deep?
Man,
hey, yo.
Steve the Sager, if you don't come save this show right now, hey, Steve.
What is wrong with you?
5-0 U.S. over Mexico on Fox TV right now. Bottom of the fourth as group play continues at the World Baseball Classic. U.S. versus Italy tomorrow night to end group play. Quarterfinal this weekend in Houston. As for Aaron Judge, top of the third, he threw out a runner at third base to end the inning. Bottom of the third, hit a 2-run homer. Also in the third inning, 3-run homer from Boston's Roman Anthony. So, fourth inning, 5-0, U.S. leads Mexico. By the way, Cuba at Puerto Rico had a rain delay at the start. They're in the top of the fourth now. Puerto Rico trying to go to 3-0, leads 3-0 against the Cubans. And Venezuela trying to go to 3-0 in the tournament, leads 4-0 against Nicaragua in the bottom of the ninth. Ronald Acuna Jr. with a home run. The Dominican Republic is 3-0 in the tourney after eliminating Israel 10-1. Fernando Tatis Jr. with a grand slam. That clinched a quarterfinal spot for Venezuela also. South Korea eliminated Australia today. The Phillies are giving lefty pitcher Jesus Luzardo a 5-year extension. In the NBA game at Cleveland, Cavs beat Philadelphia 115-101. All-star for Philly, Tyrese Maxey will miss at least 2 games with a sprained finger. Oklahoma City's won 5 games in a row, but is tied with Denver right now, early fourth quarter. In OKC, it's 96 apiece. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 25 points. He scored at least 20 for the 126th straight game, tying the league record. Also in progress, it's at Brooklyn, a Nets lead of 107-95 against Memphis with about 8 minutes to go. To college basketball, conference title game victories for Furman and Troy. They're off to the NCAA tournament. In women's hoops, the Big East final went to number 1 UConn, its 50th straight win overall, ripping Villanova 90-51. The Kansas City Chiefs will sign running back Kenneth Walker. The Colts re-signed wide receiver Alec Pierce to a 4-year extension. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will sign a 1-year deal with Atlanta. The Dolphins are getting quarterback Malik Willis. The 49ers signed veteran wide receiver Mike Evans from Tampa Bay. The Bucs get running back Kenneth Gainwell and linebacker Alex Anzalone. Chicago added linebacker Devin Bush from Cleveland and defensive back Kobe Bryant from Seattle. The Saints are signing running back Travis Etienne and tight end Noah Fant. Denver re-signed linebacker Alex Singleton and running back J.K. Dobbins. Dallas acquired edge rusher Rashawn Gary from Green Bay. The NFL's free agent negotiating window opened today. Back to you.
Thank you, Steve. Have a great night. It's the Odd Couple. Rob, Parker, Kelvin, Washington, Magic City. Is it still a Magic City Monday? How you feel, man? I don't know.
It will always be a Magic City Monday as long as I'm on this radio show. That's how it is.
All right. Well, I'm just making sure. I check on you. You seem a little agitated all day today because of it. Maybe Vinny B. Maybe I'm asking Vinny Bonsignore joining us now, California Post senior NFL columnist. Vinny, I saw you at Super Bowl. Couldn't say what up. You were working hard, man. Didn't get a chance to actually scream at you. I didn't get a chance. I saw him in the middle of the room, Radio Row doing his thing. What's up, man?
How are you, Vinny?
I'm doing good to both of you guys, and it is kind of funny at those events because we're all just running around and we don't have time to say hello. But I saw both of you guys, so hello, and it's great to talk to you. And yeah, what's that all about, Magic? Come on, man. We can't have a little bit of fun.
Thank you.
Bit of fun in life.
I mean, come on, man. It's so ridiculous. I said, but they got cheerleaders shaking booty at the NBA game. Now all of a sudden they can't sell hoodies, Vinny, and some chicken wings. It's the end of the world.
You be careful. You ain't gonna get no more. They're gonna take the cheerleaders from you too, Rob. Then what you gonna do?
Crazy.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, so your Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
The Raiders, well, where do we want to start?
The Raiders, but they went defensive. Man, they went and got a couple of really defensive studs. And I was telling Rob G, who's somehow a fan of the Raiders, that to me, I'm looking at it as they're saying if we can just get good on one side of the ball and at least get something. Am I crazy, Vinny?
Well, I mean, they started the day by giving a record-breaking contract to Tyler Linderbaum.
Yep.
Yeah, the best center on the market, and then they went and got Jalen Naylor, a wide receiver they think has some really good football ahead of him. He played behind Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, and they think he's going to fit into this offense. Everything that the Raiders are doing, let me make this perfectly clear to everybody. Everything that they're doing, including building up their defense, is just call it Project Fernando Mendoza. They are making sure that they are going to support this young quarterback. Now, it doesn't guarantee success. He's going to have to obviously translate to the NFL. A lot of variables will play into whether or not he's a successful quarterback in the NFL, but they're not going to screw it up. They've seen too many teams, including themselves probably over the years, that have screwed up that asset. And that's not going to be the reason in their minds anyway. That they're going to mess it up, or that he's not going to live up to his hype. And they've got Tom Brady, and I know everyone wants to talk about, well, who knows the quarterback position better than Tom Brady, and you probably do have an argument. But what he really knows is what a quarterback needs to succeed around him: coaching, a good offensive line, weapons, a defense that doesn't mean that you're going to have to go out and score 35 points a game to win. It's a supporting cast that supports quarterbacks. And generally speaking, when we look at the quarterbacks, the high draft pick quarterbacks that haven't succeeded, it's often on the organization, not the player himself. And I think that that's something that the Raiders are pretty determined not to let happen. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a success with Fernando, but they are trying to build a great infrastructure around him so that when he steps foot into their building, there will be a nice support system around him.
But why should we buy into the Raiders and Tom Brady and their front office when the disaster that happened last year? Kelvin and I from Jump Street, Pete Carroll, bad hire, Geno Smith. None of it made any sense to me. Some of the hires, they had to fire all these people. Mm-hmm. Vinny, it was bad. It was no. And Pete Carroll was a bad hire from Jump Street.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Rob. And if you go back though and look at the timeline, they wanted Ben Johnson. They pushed that as far as they possibly could. Tom Brady was enamored with them when he was the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. He wanted Tom Brady to be his head coach. And obviously at the time, Ben Johnson said, "Who's your quarterback?" And they're like, "Well, we really don't have a quarterback yet." He's like, "Okay, well, I'd rather go with the quarterback, Caleb Williams over in Chicago." And obviously made a great decision on his part. And then they pivoted to Pete Carroll. It was a mistake, and everyone knew that probably a quarter into the season. Nobody was working on the same page. It was a huge mistake. Tom Brady, John Spytek, I think learned their lesson on that. The difference now is they do have a quarterback. They have access to the quarterback. They don't have to trade for him. They don't have to give $50 million to go get him. All they got to do is hand a card to the commissioner, and they have Fernando Mendoza. Again, doesn't mean that he's going to be a success, but there's enough people that I talk in the NFL who feel like he can be a real good NFL quarterback with the right kind of supporting cast around him. So that led them to Clint Kubiak. Clint Kubiak's not coaching the Raiders. If it's Gardner Minshew or if it's Geno Smith as the quarterback or any other guy that they've had here these last few years, it's not. It's going to be Fernando Mendoza. That was an instant draw for Clint Kubiak. So that in and of itself makes this a lot different than last year. There were mistakes galore, but I think they learned from those. I'll never forget, it was a Monday night game against the Cowboys, and it was one of the few times that Tom Brady was actually in the building, because normally, obviously, he's working on Sundays on the Fox telecast. But he was actually at Allegiant Stadium, and I'll never forget, somebody in the front office said, Tom's going to see this up close and personal tonight, and he's not going to like what he sees. And sure enough, they got boat raced by the Cowboys, and I'm pretty sure Tom Brady, whose name, image, and likeness is all over this operation. I mean, he is inexplicably tied to the Raiders. Their success is going to be his success. Their failures will be his failures. And I know he didn't like what he saw that Monday night, and I think he's determined to make sure that whatever mistakes were made last year, they fix them and they learn from them, and they're better off for it.
Vinny Bonsignore with the Odd Couple on a Magic City Monday, of course, with the California Post senior NFL columnist there. Let me ask you about this. Maxx Crosby finally gone. Obviously he wanted to be a Raider for life, loved the team, but it was time for him to move on. How big of a loss is this? Is there something that, and more so, we know what he is on the field, but maybe more off the field in the locker room?
Yeah, just a tone setter and the leader, the ringleader, the heart and soul. I've told Max this face to face. There's two players that I've watched personally, whether it's in OTAs, training camp, practice, whatever games, that play everything like it's the Super Bowl, and literally to the point where they could take over practices and leave the offense cussing him out and saying, take it easy a little bit so we could try to install our offense. There's two players. One's Maxx Crosby. The other is Aaron Donald. And I don't say that, lightly. Both of those guys are just cut from the same kind of cloth. And I think, it's a huge loss, but from Max's perspective, I think a reasonable person would understand, like, look, I'm 29 years old. I want to go play on the biggest stages that are out there, and I've signed off on multiple, rebuilds and resets and regime changes, and have one winning season and one playoff appearance to show for it. He deserved and has earned the right to say, guys, can you get me someplace else where I can go win? And by the way, the parting gift that he got the Raiders was $30 million extra in cash and cap space, and 2 first-round picks, including the 14th overall in this year's draft to go along with their first. So it was a win-win. It's tough to lose Maxx Crosby, but I think that most Raider fans, especially today after they saw what their team did in free agency, are pretty excited about how these assets are now going to be used and how they might be able to expedite the rebuild around Clint Kubiak and Fernando Mendoza.
One last question. Do you have to rub off his tattoo of the Raiders?
I will say this. I think Max, if you've ever seen his house in Las Vegas and the love that he has for the Raiders, that's never going to change. He'll do his thing in Baltimore, but I think as soon as it's all said and done, he'll be right back to Las Vegas. And there's a saying with the Raiders, once a Raider, always a Raider. He's going to be part of that family forever, and that's never going to change. So I don't think he's ever going to. You might get a Raven tattoo in addition to it. I'm not saying he's not going to do that, but I think he's going to keep the Raider one.
All right, I was just wondering. That's all.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Vinny, man. Appreciate it as always. Good to talk to you.
That's right. Congratulations on your new gig too, Mazel Tov.
No doubt is what he was saying. He's gone, but he was saying no doubt to you. All right, last call, 877-99 on Fox, 877.
You better call up and be mad about this Magic City Monday. You better
99 on Fox. Hit us up. Rob G, how long am I giving Rob? One more day. Tomorrow he's got to be better in spirits. Now that we gave you today. Okay,
by the end of the show, you got to be over it.
You got to be over. You got to go home, eat your one piece of lettuce.
It's going to be a hard night for me to sleep tonight. It's going to be.
I think you'll figure it out.
I'm going to have a hard time sleeping.
Hello?
Because
Cinnamon, is that you? Is that you, Big Daddy? Yeah, I told them I was mad. They said you can't dance at a Hawk game. Thank you.
They weren't going to dance at the game.
I'm going to get on Twitter.
A whole routine, too.
I'm going to hit up Cinnamon and tell her it's okay. You're my favorite spice.
It's okay.
I'm going to hit up Chastity and say we're going to get through one day.
It's all right.
Don't worry, girl.
The life ain't fair.
It ain't fair.
It's not.
Yeah, it is the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Don't worry, Chastity. We'll break through one day.
Let's go to the Lions and
another loss for them, Rob Parker. Earlier this week, we talked about it. David Montgomery was traded out of town. Big loss for them. And now they're set to lose another key player. Pro Bowl left tackle Taylor Decker has requested his release from the Lions, and it has been granted his release by the Lions. They're calling it a cost-cutting move. And just to give you some context about what's going on there in Detroit, in 2024, this was 2 seasons ago, so not last season, the one before, they had arguably the best offensive line in football. I don't know if it was arguable. I think they had the best offensive line in football. Since then, star center Frank Ragnow retired.
Yep.
Kevin Zeitler left in free agency. Left tackle Taylor Decker, now released. And they also lost a rotational guy, Graham Glasgow, who was filling in the interior offensive line. So this vaunted Lions O-line is no more.
And the other thing, too, is the Bears' moves. I said they got graded an A- on their trade of DJ Moore and the picks. They moved up in a pick and stuff like that. Where are you on the Lions as we go forward, Martin? Just trending upward, downward? I mean, I was the one who picked them not to make the playoffs last year. And Kelvin didn't want to hear it, but it did come true. Where are you on the Lions? Can it be 2 years in a row, or do they bounce back?
I think they make the playoffs this year, but it's more a belief in the infrastructure. I believe in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes to be able to, unless they just had the best luck ever in their first 5 or 6 drafts, I believe that they'll be able to replace guys like this. Like, I know that last year you got kind of caught off guard with Frank Ragnow retiring at the time that he did, and also with Micah Parsons getting traded to the Packers at the time that he did, because that's a major part of your game plan when you're planning for him, and I think they handled them the second time that they played, but first time he was just a game wrecker in that first game. I'm not out on the Lions, but again, it's because I think Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes, when you have the right head coach and the right GM in place.
I'm not convinced they have the right head coach, because I think that their window of winning a championship or getting to the Super Bowl is gone.
I would disagree with that.
I think it's gone. I think they had a great chance to do it, and Dan Campbell was a big part on why that didn't happen. And even after that, he even said, this might be our only chance at it, and I've seen it before. The last time the Lions went to the NFC Championship game, they went a 30-year drought before they got back that other time against the 49ers.
So I look at it more like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think if you look at the Lions, the Eagles, and the 49ers, those are the 3 teams in the NFC over the last 5 years that have had the most sustained success in the regular season, right? Or last 3 years, most sustained success in the regular season.
What year did the Eagles not make the playoffs?
They made the playoffs every year but got smoked in the wild card.
I'm just asking, what year did they not make the playoffs, like the Lions?
They got smoked in the wild card in a game in which was an embarrassment for Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. Right. Okay, but I mean, if we could do that too. Like, when did the Lions just get smoked out the playoffs?
No,
it hasn't happened. All right, so no.
My point is that
your point is the Lions missed the playoffs, and you think they're going to miss the playoffs again this year. I'm saying that I think the Lions are not going to miss the playoffs again next year because that head coach and that GM, they got the right guys. Now, you really want to talk about the kind of the secret in the NFC North, the quiet part, because I'm with you on the Bears. I think the Bears also, we're talking about the winner of the division and the second best team in the division between Lions and Bears. The quiet part out loud is if there was no such thing as a 7 seed in the NFC, the Packers would have never, under Matt LaFleur, without Aaron Rodgers under Matt LaFleur, made the postseason. That 7 seed is doing a lot of heavy lifting for him, and he gets a pass.
Shoulda. There's a 7 seed. I mean, it's a part of it. I hear what you're saying. If there's only 4 seeds or 4 seeds, then 3 other teams wouldn't make it. I mean, we could get here all day about that. My point is simple, is that the Lions keep losing people, and the division isn't getting weaker. I still think the Packers are better.
No.
I do. Micah Parsons, a healthy Micah Parsons for all year. I think they're better than the Lions. And I also think, obviously, the Bears are better than the Lions. And we'll see what the Vikings do if they're able to put a quarterback. Even last year with no quarterback, they won 9 games. They're dying. They're saying
the Vikings.
The Vikings. The Vikings were so bad they won 9 games, 1 less than the Lions. And the Vikings were the ones with the terrible J.J. McCarthy who did the boogie boo on the Lions when they went to Detroit and won that game. That was the Lions season. You agree on that one? That game?
That's when they lost.
That's when they lost the season.
That's when it was over.
And that was the game, and that came against the Vikings in Detroit. So I just look at the Bears above the Lions. I look at Green Bay above the Lions. And Minnesota was 1 game different from the Lions with a bad quarterback or bad quarterback play.
Guess what they're still going to have? Bad quarterback play and not half the luck that they had last year. And again, you say a healthy Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons isn't going to be healthy in week 1 after he tore his.
I didn't say week 1, but I mean, they'll get him back.
Guess what? They split with the Packers with a healthy Micah Parsons.
Sports Radio. It is the Odd Couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a Magic City Monday. Still magical, even though a little less magical in Atlanta.
It'll always be Magic City Monday here on the Odd Couple. That'll never change. I don't care who's the commissioner of the NBA.
What if it's commissioner of iHeart? And
I'm never.
Like, hey, now that we've Julie's like, Julie loves you, so she'll let it slide. But somebody else might be like, we did a little research on that Magic City thing. We always thought it was about David Copperfield.
Yeah.
Come to find out it's not David Blaine.
And they ran David Copperfield out.
That's true.
He had a 25-year residency, right?
Somebody got to make room for Usher. New Edition. Brittany. Who else up in there, Rob G?
What if Scott comes out and he's like, Rob, we love everything you've been doing about it. We're really excited about it. We love the energy, but we're going to put a pin on that Magic City Monday.
I would quit.
Hey,
we're going to get back to that.
I would quit.
Later.
My gosh, you talked to our boss.
Pay me out, Scott.
I would quit.
Pay me out.
I would quit.
You actually would.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
No, you would not.
I would.
No, you
yes,
would not.
Yes, I would, Alex.
Can we do it like a social Magic City Monday? What about that?
I don't know if you would gripe, but you are too planned. You're too organized. Like, you have your retirement all laid out.
No,
my 5-year plan is not getting cut off.
The next apartment you're going to downsize to, so you can't just give up on that. You already got your car, the lease laid out for 2-3 years from now.
I know what I'm doing, and guess what? I just have to work out my final few years somewhere else. I'd have to go somewhere else. That's how I am.
You're dying on the Magic City
I'm
Hill.
a man of principle.
Well, one could argue non-principle.
Alex, am I crazy? You know me. When
Not
I'm
at
into
all.
something, I just think like there's so much hypocrisy in the world.
I don't disagree.
And that's the only issue that I have. Seriously. It's like gambling, serving drink, alcohol. For a lot of these people, like, oh, my God, what you doing?
Those go hand in hand.
They go hand. Gambling, women, alcohol. But those two, because these other companies are behind them and they're like a big money maker. Okay, we'll turn our heads. I would like to go to Atlanta to a Hawks game, and I'm a born-again Christian, not an alcohol. Ban all alcohol so that I don't have to sit next to anybody drunk. I don't have to smell liquor on anybody's breath. I don't want any beer served. Right?
Yeah, you're right. You know what happened, right?
What?
They tried that about 100 years ago. Al Capone and them said, nah, y'all gonna get this alcohol. They tried that. Boy, let me tell you what people realize they can't live without. Alcohol. People are like, nah, never mind. Screw that. I'll drink some moonshine around these parts. By the way, it's time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk. So for more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures.
You know what, Kelvin?
What's
I
that?
believe in Rob. I believe what you say, Rob. And you're a man of principle. You stand by it. Just like I know if I went to Scott and said, Scott, I need a raise. And if I don't get it, me and Rob are out. Rob will stand by me. I know it.
Hello?
Wait.
Alex.
Hit the hold up button for your own self.
I thought it was us.
Hit the hold up button for your own self, Alex. You got a little carried away. Hold up. He had limits
I
now.
thought I was your guy, Rob.
Women sliding down the pole at a Hawks game, he will stand on principle. But the world's greatest engineer, dang it, you ain't getting one red cent.
Nothing.
No, that's not true. Because I know how important Alex is to the show. Like, seriously.
Wait, so now you're not helping his point. His point was you're supposed to stand on business and principles.
Stand next to me.
10 toes down.
Scott, we're out.
Whatever you need me to do to make that thing happen for you.
Why you ain't giving him no eye contact?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a little weird, Rob. I don't feel it
Why
right
you looking all over the room? He's right there.
Alex,
What's going on, Rob?
Look, right here. Look.
Pretend it's Tyson Tower trivia. You be looking all at him cheating.
I don't feel
Alex.
honesty right now.
Alex, even if I have to go out of my own pocket to make it right for you, I'll just have to do it.
Stop looking at me when you say it.
Why does Rob G not believe in you either? What's going on?
Yeah, it is tough out there, Rob G. I know that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Stay up. Keep your head up.
I just got my raise so I can see why they don't got money
I
for the
can
rest
see why
of
they
y'all.
ain't got no money.
Dang,
They
Rob.
just gave me that
Rob
Charlemagne Steve A deal. You know,
Dang.
$100 million, $200 million. But hey, you be easy, Rob G. You
Rob-
make sure you got food for them baby girls.
Rob G, out here in these streets, it ain't easy.
It ain't easy out here.
It's going to have to be Merry Mondays now on.
What happened?
Merry Monday.
There we go. Jump in. Here we go.
I'm sorry, our boss Scott Shapiro has canceled your show in Magic City Monday, so we'll be coming on now. Thanks,
Come on.
appreciate
All
it.
right,
A
you
lot
got
of
it. You got
concerns with some other league partners.
You
So,
got it.
Thank you.